Panther fans, welcome back to Panther Stadium for our 2023 Cabot Panther Homecoming. Tonight, 7A Central Conference matchup will feature the Griffins from Little Rock Southwest and your Cabot Panthers. Tonight's game is sponsored by Dairy Queen. Thank you to Dairy Queen for all your investment in our community and our students at Cabot. Ladies and gentlemen, we have programs for sale at the ticket booth at $5, but we only have 250 remaining. So be sure to get your keepsake now before we run out. Direct your attention to the video board and you'll see a digital option available. Scan the QR code with your phone and download it to your device. This will open the 2023 Panther Football Spectacular Homecoming Edition program. Thanks so much for your support to all the sponsors and advertisers that help contribute. The session stands are up and running, one on each side of the stadium on the north end, as well as a drink station and candy station at the front gate for expedited service. And we snack before you get settled in for our homecoming festivities. If at any time tonight you need assistance of any kind, please see an event staff member for assistance. They are wearing the anthracite gray polo shirt with the white Panther head logo on it and are eager to help you in any way. We would like to offer a special welcome tonight to the class of 2003. They are back home celebrating their 20th reunion. Welcome back to Cabot and welcome home to Panther Stadium. We're glad you are here. Our homecoming festivities will begin tonight at 6:10 with the introduction of our club ambassadors, followed by royalty and the crowning of our homecoming queen. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy some video highlights from our game sponsor and your Cabot Panthers.
Project Panthers is moving forward. Thanks to you, our stakeholders, exciting work across the Cabot School District is already underway. One of the first projects proved happened this summer included district flooring upgrades. You may have noticed old carpet has been removed at many schools as been replaced with solid concrete. Flooring upgrades at all schools and departments are expected to be completed by the end of next summer. Project Panthers is also moving forward with new classroom technology. Classrooms across the district are now equipped with these interactive panels. Staff and especially students have loved learning on these new 75-inch touchscreens. These new boards The old systems were outdated and obsolete. The new lighting system uses LED technology, and the new sound system ensures audience members can hear and understand our student performers. Plus, the timing couldn't be more perfect as our theater and stagecraft students begin work on their newest production, Elf. And that's your latest Project Panthers Moving Forward update.
Good evening, and welcome to the 2023 Cabot High School Homecoming festivities. At this time, we would like to introduce our 2023 Cabot High School Homecoming Club ambassadors. Air Force Junior ROTC Ambassador, Grady Porter. Grady is the child of Amy Porter and Sam Porter. After graduation, Grady plans to attend the U.S. Air Force Academy or University of Oklahoma in their ROTC program. Ambassador Grady Porter. Archery Ambassador Kayla Duke. Kayla is the child of Christina and John Duke. After graduation, Kayla plans to pursue a degree in psychology. Ambassador Kayla Duke. Art Ambassador Autumn Bradeveld. Autumn is the child of Tanya and Timothy Bradeveld. After graduation, Autumn plans to attend college for a bachelor's degree in business. Ambassador Autumn Bradeveld. Astronomy Ambassador is Matthew Littell. Matthew is the child of Nick and Christiana Littell. After graduation, Nick plans to attend the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. Ambassador Matthew Littell. Broadcasting Ambassador Robert Walbrock. Robert is the child of Amber Walbrock and David Walbrock. After graduation, Robert plans to pursue a teaching degree. Ambassador Robert Walbrock. Cabot Theater Thespian Troupe Ambassador Madeline Stiles. Madeline is the child of Aunt Andrea and Brian Stiles. After graduation, Madeline plans to pursue a degree in environmental science. Ambassador Madeline Stiles. CHS Animist Team Ambassador Morgan Rutledge. Morgan is the child of Patrick and Darla Rutledge. After graduation, Morgan plans to attend UCA to graduate with her BSN and become a trauma nurse. Ambassador Morgan Rutledge. CHS STEM Ambassador Sarah Sprouls. Sarah is the child of Mike and Toby Sprouls. After graduation, Sarah plans to attend Harding University. Ambassador Sarah Sprouls. CHS High Cruisers Ambassador Charisma Jones. Charisma is the child of Jennifer and Michael Jones. After graduation, Charisma plans to attend paramedic school. Ambassador Charisma Jones. Chess Club Ambassador Elijah Anderson. Elijah is the child of Jamie and Amy Anderson. After graduation, Elijah plans to attend a 4-year college. Ambassador Elijah Anderson. Choir Ambassador Riley Henson. Riley is a child of Lindsay and Caleb Morris. After graduation, Riley plans to attend college and play volleyball while majoring in pre-physical therapy. Ambassador Riley Henson. Criminal Justice Ambassador Julia McKee. Julia is the child of Jason McKee and Marissa Porter. After graduation, Julia plans to pursue a sports communication degree at ASU. Ambassador Julia McKee. Debate Ambassador Jace Owens. Jace is the child of Courtney Owens. After graduation, Jace plans to go into law. Ambassador Jace Owens. Educator Rising Ambassador Ainsley Lynch. Amy is the child of Tony Lynch. After graduation, Amy plans to attend UCA and become a teacher. Ambassador Ainsley Lynch. Forensics Ambassador Allie Rose Parker. Allie Rose is the child of Ella Wallace. After graduation, Allie Rose plans to attend a 4-year college. Ambassador Allie Rose Parker. FBLA Ambassador Gina Kaler. Gina is the child of Adam and Melissa Kaler. After graduation, Gina plans to attend college for marketing. Ambassador Jenna Kaler. FCA Ambassador J.C. Cook. J.C. is the child of Jay and Jennifer Cook. After graduation, J.C. plans to attend college and pursue a medical degree. Ambassador J.C. Cook. FCCLA Ambassador Avery Bird. Avery is the child of Michael and Jonathan Bird. After graduation, Avery plans to attend college at Harding University. Ambassador Avery Bird. FFA Ambassador Haley Scruggs. Haley is the child of Justin and Sally Creekmore. After graduation, Haley plans to attend ASU BB and then transfer to SAU to become an ag teacher. Ambassador Haley Scruggs. HOSA Ambassador Madison Holmes. Madison is the child of Dina Holmes. After graduation, Madison plans to attend a 4-year college. Ambassador Madison Holmes. Hope Squad Ambassador Francisco Acevedo. Francisco is the child of Patrice Grace. After graduation, Francisco plans to attend UCA and pursue a degree in physical therapy. Ambassador Francisco Acevedo. Jazz Band Ambassador Brian Bandala. Brian is the child of Sandra Sabalas and Leo Bandala. After graduation, Brian plans to attend UCA. Ambassador Brian Bandala. Just Club Ambassador Avery Dropkin. Avery is a child of David and Pamela Dropkin. After graduation, Avery plans to attend 8th State for biology and zoology. Ambassador Avery Dropkin. Junior Civitan Ambassador Mary Angel Pedrosa. Mary Angel is a child of Dalia and Juan Pedrosa. After graduation, Mary Angel plans to attend a 4-year college. Ambassador Mary Angel Pedrosa. Key Club Ambassador Maddie Peck. Maddie is the child of Amanda Peck and Jason Peck. After graduation, Maddie plans to attend college and major in environmental and political science. Ambassador Maddie Peck. Lifesavers Ambassador Sophie Ward. Sophie is the child of Chris and Ashley Ward. After graduation, Sophie plans to attend University of Arkansas and major in marketing. Ambassador Sophie Ward. National Honor Society Ambassador Allie Gertson. Allie is the child of Adam and Elaine Gertson. After graduation, Allie plans to pursue a degree at Harding University. Ambassador Allie Gertson. National English Honor Society Ambassador Bailey Van. Bailey is the child of Ka Van and Dahl Pond. After graduation, Bailey plans to attend a 4-year college. Ambassador Bailey Van. National Science Honor Society Ambassador is Audrey Jones. Audrey is the child of Philip and Stephanie Jones. After graduation, Audrey plans to attend UCA. Ambassador Audrey Jones. National Technical Honor Society Ambassador Isabella Parker. Isabella is the child of Mark and Amora Parker. After graduation, she plans to attend the University of Arkansas and pursue a biochemistry degree. Ambassador Isabella Parker. Newspaper Ambassador Kayla Garcia. Kayla is the child of Elaine Garcia and Jeremy Garcia. After graduation, Kayla plans to attend college and major in journalism. Ambassador Kayla Garcia. Panther Academy JAG Ambassador, Elizabeth Manuel. Elizabeth is the child of Stephanie Cox. After graduation, Elizabeth plans to attend college. Ambassador Elizabeth Manuel. Pre-ETS Club Ambassador Rosa Mannery. Rosa is the child of Lana Mannery and the late Stephen Mannery. After graduation, Rosa plans to go into law enforcement. Ambassador Rosa Mannery. Quizbo Ambassador Anna McPhail. Anna is the child of Lisa and Brian McPhail. After graduation, Anna plans to study history and Spanish in college. Ambassador Anna McPhail. Robotics Ambassador Braden Baldwin. Braden is the child of Tanya Baldwin and Stephen Baldwin. After graduation, Brian plans to attend college and major in computer science. Ambassador Braden Baldwin. Red Concert Band Ambassador Lillian Hill. Lillian is the child of Scott and Tracy Hill. After graduation, Lillian plans to attend college and major in environmental science with a minor in biology. Ambassador Lillian Hill. Skills USA Medical Ambassador Ava Neal. Ava is the child of Kevin and Jennifer Neal. After graduation, Ava plans to become a CRNA. Ambassador Ava Neal. Spanish Club Ambassador Kaylin Merritt. Kaylin is the child of Chad and Audrey Merritt. After graduation, Kaylin plans to pursue a career in law enforcement with hopes of joining the FBI. Ambassador Kaylin Merritt. SportsMed Ambassador Luke Jose. Luke is the child of Robert and Debbie Jose. After graduation, Luke plans to attend UCA. Ambassador Luke Jose. Student Council Ambassador Seth Jackson. Seth is the child of Steve and Mary Ann Jackson. After graduation, Seth plans to attend the University of Arkansas. Ambassador Seth Jackson. Symphonic Band Ambassador Rowlena Ashmore. Rowlena is the child of Letha Roach. After graduation, Rowlena plans to attend ASU-BB and then Savannah College for Art and Design. Ambassador Rowlena Ashmore. Theater Ambassador Abigail Lane. Abigail is the child of Candace Lane. After graduation, Abigail plans to attend the University of Arkansas and major in theater education. Ambassador Abigail Lane. Theater Dance Ambassador Ryan James. Ryan is the child of Allison and Michael James. After graduation, Ryan plans to pursue a higher education. Ambassador Ryan James. Trap Shooter Ambassador Nick Staley. Nick is the child of Brad and Judy Staley. After graduation, Nick plans to attend Oklahoma State University for aerospace engineering. Ambassador Nick Staley. White Concert Band Ambassador Jasmine Cabrera. Jasmine is the child of Samuel Cabrera. After graduation, Jasmine plans to major in medical technology and minor in Spanish. Ambassador Jasmine Cabrera. Wind Symphony Ambassador Kyler Webb. Kyler is the child of Kevin and Kim Webb. After graduation, Kyler plans to attend college. Ambassador Kyler Webb. Yearbook Ambassador Cassidy Moore. Cassidy is the child of Stephanie Shackelford. After graduation, Cassidy plans to pursue a degree in education and abnormal psychology at ASU-BB. Ambassador Cassidy Moore. Young Democrats Ambassador Annalise Stribling. Annalise is the child of Karina Cremeen. After graduation, Annalise plans to attend college and major in theater. Ambassador Annalise Stribling. Let's give these students a round of applause and congratulate our 2023 Cabot High School Homecoming Club ambassadors.
You got that mighty hard to handle. Well, I'm playing Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention please for an important safety message. In the event of an emergency evacuation, please familiarize yourself with the nearest emergency exit. Emergency exits are located directly behind the home and visitor stand, the concession stand area, and all four corners of the stadium. Again, please familiarize yourself with the nearest emergency exit in the event of an evacuation. Thank you.
May I have your attention please for tonight's Real Proud of Real Panthers presentation. For 17 years, has recognized Cabot students for their accomplishments in and out of the classroom. Steve, Miriam, and Seth Jackson will present each student with a plaque, a Dairy Queen gift card, and donate $200 to the Cabot Panther Foundation. Tonight, our Real Proud of Real Panther is senior Mason De La Mater. Mason exemplifies an all-around student with his athletic ability, leadership, and academic success. He is a multi-sport athlete who excels in football, track, and trap shooting. His leadership is evident as he's captain of the trap shooting team and president of the National Honor Society. Mason stands out in the classroom as well, being an AP Scholar of Distinction and sporting an impressive 4.2381 GPA. His goal is to attend Harvard University or West Point and major in medicine. Mason is the son of proud parents Doug and Patricia De La Mater. Tonight's $200 is part of the $1,000 that Steve and Miriam Jackson will donate to the Cabot Panther Foundation this year. Congratulations, Mason, and let's give them all a big hand. Please direct your attention to the field and join me in honoring today's First Arkansas Bank and Trust Cabot Panther Foundation hometown hero, Lieutenant Colonel Matthew Stiles. First Arkansas Bank and Trust presenter this evening is M.J. Henricks, Branch Manager at the Rockwood Branch, and Jessica Pint, Marketing Manager for First Arkansas Bank and Trust. Please join us in showing appreciation to Lieutenant Colonel Matthew Stiles. Our hometown hero escorts tonight are Cadet Second Lieutenant Cody Hale and Cadet Master Sergeant Austin Smith. Lieutenant Colonel Stiles has spent 26 years in uniform with both the United States Army and Air Force. He started his career as an infantryman in the 279th Infantry Battalion upon commissioning from the University of Central Missouri, ROTC. Lieutenant Colonel Stiles branched aviation and attended flight school in 2002. Since completing flight school, Lieutenant Stiles has served as a platoon leader and company executive officer at the 1st 135th Attack Reconnaissance Battalion. He has had 4 commands to include Commander HHC of the 3rd 135th, Bravo Company 376 S&S Battalion, Commander of the Jefferson City, Missouri Flight Facility, and the Commander of Task Force Odin, Operation Enduring Freedom, Afghanistan. Lieutenant Colonel Stiles' key staff assignments include Battalion and Brigade Operations Officer. He has multiple deployments in support of Iraqi freedom and Operation Enduring Freedom, as well as short deployments to South America and Africa. Lieutenant Colonel Stiles is the current director of Thunder Over the Rock Air Show, and he would like to cordially invite each and every one of you and your families out to enjoy a weekend of festivities at the Little Rock Air Force Base on October 21st and 22nd. He's accompanied tonight by his wife Heather's and daughters Paige and Peyton. Fans, please join in honoring our hometown hero, Lieutenant Colonel Matthew Stiles.
We'd like to welcome everyone again to tonight's homecoming festivities. At this time, we would like to introduce our 2023 Cabot High School homecoming royalty. Sophomore maid, Zoe Annie. Zoe is the daughter of John and Rebecca Annie. She is escorted by her father, John Annie. Zoe maintains a 3.5 grade point average She is a volunteer at the Animal Shelters of Arkansas, helping raise money to donate over 3,000 beds for pets, and has received a Silver Academic Achievement at Cabot Freshman Academy. Sophomore maid Zoe Annie. Sophomore maid Audrey Beard. Audrey is the daughter of Kenny and Lacey Beard. She is escorted by her father, Kenny Beard. Audrey is on the CHS cheer team, a member of the National Honor Society. Audrey maintains a 4.0 grade point average, a member of the Crown Club, a member of FCA, received the Presidential and Gold Awards at Cabot Freshman Academy, and is an active member of the Daughters of Christ at New Life Church. Sophomore maid Audrey Beard. Sophomore maid Delaney Harvey. Delaney is the daughter of Greg and Christy Harvey. She is escorted by her father, Greg Harvey. She is a member of the Cabot Bands for 4 years, a member of the Cabot Golf Team, a member of the FBLA, recipient of the ACE Award at Cabot Freshman Academy, Presidential's Education Award for Outstanding Academic Excellence. She has received solo vocal awards at the Lone Oak Regional and State Fair competitions, and is a member of the National Honor Society and a member of Student Council. Sophomore maid Delaney Harvey. Sophomore maid Peyton Neville. Peyton is the daughter of Eric and Andrea Neville. She is escorted by her father, Eric Neville. Peyton was a co-captain of the 2022 Cabot Junior High South cheer team. She is a member of the Cabot High School cheer team, a member of the Arkansas Rising 5-6 Girls NCNLRL soccer team, a member of the Cabot High School varsity soccer team. She has received the Silver and Presidential Academic Award at Cabot Freshman Academy, and she is a member of the Spanish Sports Medicine Club and FCA. Sophomore maid Peyton Neville. Junior maid Aurora Anderson. Aurora is the daughter of Clayton and Jerry Anderson. She is escorted by her father, Clayton Anderson. Aurora was in choir for 4 years, a member of the Hope Squad, an active member of Air Force Junior ROTC, and is on the AB Honor Roll. Junior maid Aurora Anderson. Junior maid Izzy Dunlap. Izzy is the daughter of James Dunlap and Chris Autry. She is escorted by her father, James Dunlap. Izzy has been in forensics for 4 years, and she has earned over 75 hours of service in ROTC. She is a logistics deputy of ROTC and maintains a 3.0 grade point average. Izzy wants to go into the medical field and become a wound care nurse. Junior maid Izzy Dunlap. Junior maid Taylor Kemp. Taylor is the daughter of Cody and Stacy Kemp. She is escorted by her father, Cody Kemp. Taylor was the first band, first chair in all-region band and oboe, second band, third chair at all-state on oboe, and she plays in the Arkansas Symphony Youth Orchestra. She is first chair at Cabot High School's Wind Symphony and plays synth in the CHS Marching Band and maintains a 3.8 grade point average, is on track to graduate with honors in 2025. Taylor is battling amplified musculoskeletal pain syndrome and advocates for children with hidden disabilities. Junior maid Taylor Kemp. Junior maid Mary Rose Youngblood. Mary Rose is the daughter of Chris and Amy Youngblood. She is escorted tonight by her father, Chris Youngblood. She is a junior representative of National Honor Society, a Cabot Christmas Alliance volunteer, an inaugural member of the Hope Squad, the Cabot Varsity Speech and Debate Captain, a qualifier for the National Speech and Debate Tournaments, a member of the Youth Leadership Council, maintains a 4.10 grade point average, and is an AP and honors student. Junior maid Mary Rose Youngblood. Senior maid Allison Clark. Allison is the daughter of Shane and Wendy Clark. She is escorted tonight by her father, Shane Clark. Allison is first chair in Cabot High School Wind Symphony and plays Synth 1, front ensemble for the CHS competition band. She plays in the jazz band and is a member of the National Honor Society and Spanish Honor Society. Allison is a member of the Hope Squad. Allison was part of the Move the Mission fundraiser, raising at least $1,000 for global missions, and she serves at New Life Church of Cabot Worship Band. Senior maid Allison Clark. Senior maid Gina Cook. Gina is the daughter of Jay and Jennifer Cook. She is escorted tonight by her father, Jay Cook. Jenna maintains a 3.97 grade point average and is a two-time all-conference basketball player and a one-time all-state basketball player. She is an academic letter year 1 and 2 and is a member of the National Honor Society. She is also a member of the Sports Medicine Club. Senior maid, Gina Cook. Senior maid, Mia Crafton. Mia is the daughter of Lanny and Barbara Crafton. She is escorted tonight by her uncle, Rodney Crafton. Mia was part of the Arkansas Thespians and won Best Show at Solo Musical Theater Dance. She is a theater dance captain and an active member of the National Technical Honor Society. She is in broadcasting completer and has been a member of the Cabot Spirit Squash for 5 years. She is a social media manager for the Just Club, a member of the Cabot Dance Academy's company team, and an active member of Cabot Theater's leadership board. Senior maid, Mia Crafton. Senior maid, Allison Donnelly. Allison is the daughter of Ryan and Julie Donnelly. She is escorted tonight by her father, Ryan Donnelly. Allison is a member of the National Technical Honor Society. She is active in broadcasting, criminal justice, and theater. She participated in the Cabot Chamber of Commerce Youth Leadership Council program. She is a member of the Just Club and a student for life. Senior maid, Allison Donnelly. Senior maid, Annika Franovich. Annika is the daughter of Steve and Amy Franovich. She is escorted tonight by her father, Steve Franovich. Annika maintains a 4.0 grade point average, was a member of the Chamber Choir president for 2 years, a volunteer at Cabot Animal Shelter, and is a member of the Hope Squad, Hello Club, and AP Academy. She plans on going to college for dentistry. Senior maid, Annika Franovich. Senior maid, Molly Ivy. Molly is the daughter of Lance and Jennifer Ivy. She is escorted tonight by her father, Lance Ivy. Molly is a member of FSM students. She has been in the Hope Squad honor roll for 10th through 12th grade. She is a member of the Cabot volleyball team, a member of FCA, and volunteers at the Cabot Animal Shelter. Senior maid, Molly Ivy. Senior maid, Ivy Lowe. Ivy is the daughter of Ronnie and Kara Lowe. She is escorted tonight by her father, Ronnie Lowe. She is a member of the Cabot High School tennis team, a member of the National Honor Society. She has been on the honor roll for 10th through 12th grades. She is a senior student section leader, a girls state delegate, and a student helper at Ward Central Elementary. Senior maid, Ivy Lowe. Senior maid, Bliss Bradley Miller. Bliss is the daughter of Brad Miller and Jean Miller. She is escorted tonight by her father, Brad Miller. Bliss maintains a 4.1 grade point average. She has been on the honor roll for 10th through 12th grades. She is a member of the Cabot High School tennis team, the Cabot High School basketball team, and the CUMC Food Pantry Volunteers. A member of STEM Club, a member of FCA, and a member of the National Honor Society. Senior maid, Bliss Bradley Miller. Senior maid, Victoria Nolan Smith. Victoria is the daughter of Kenneth and Stacy Anschutz. She is escorted tonight by her father, Kenneth Anschutz. Victoria is a member of the National Honor Society, a 2022 member of the Cabot High School golf team, an active member in the Theater Leadership Board, a member of Student Council, a member of the Cabot Methodist Youth. Victoria is 4 years lead youth volunteer with Arkansas Angels, donating her time with those with special needs or terminal illness. Senior maid, Victoria Nolan Smith. Senior maid, Charlotte Rose Weatherly. Charlotte is the daughter of Ronnie and Darlene Weatherly. She is escorted tonight by her father, Ronnie Weatherly. Charlotte is a member of the National Honor Society, secretary of the Cabot FFA. She is a member of the MacArthur Church. She will graduate with high honors and has a 3.9 grade point average. She has a green hand degree in FFA, has her chapter degree in FFA, and her supervised agricultural experience in raising show goats. Senior maid, Charlotte Rose Weatherly. Senior maid, Gracie Williams. Gracie is the daughter of Corey Williams and Christina Dunham. She is escorted tonight by her father, Corey Williams. Gracie is co-captain of the Cabot High School varsity cheer team. She is on the Cabot Theater Leadership Board, a member of Fellowship Student Ministry. She is an active member of the National Thespian Society, a member of the National Honor Society, and is on track to graduate with honors. Senior maid Gracie Williams. Senior maid Wiki Wu. Wiki is the daughter of Jin Bin and Susan Wu. She is escorted tonight by her father, Jin Bin Wu. Wiki is a member of the National Honor Society. She is treasurer of the Rho Kappa Club. She is secretary of the National Technical Honor Society. She is a member of the HOSA Club, National English Honor Society, and a member of the Student Council. Wiki also maintains a 4.0 grade point average. Senior maid Wiki Wu. Model for tonight is Matthew Harrison Malhelm, son of Matt and Whitney Malhelm. He is a first side at Eastside Elementary and enjoys playing sports, being outside with friends, and anything Mario or Sonic the Hedgehog. Crown bearer tonight is Peyton Elizabeth Hicks, son of Bo and Elizabeth Hicks. Peyton attends Seaside Elementary. She chairs at WCA and dances at Cabot Dance Academy. Matthew and Peyton is escorted tonight by the school board president, Miss Sarah Owens. At this time, we would like to announce our Cabot High School Maid of Honor. The 2023 Cabot High School Maid of Honor, Charla Rose Weatherly. And now, our 2023 Cabot High School Homecoming Queen, Wiki Wu. Tonight, the Queen will be crowned by Cabot School Board President, Miss Sarah Owens. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2023 Cabot High School Homecoming Court.
Hi, I'm Sarah Owens, President of the Cabot School Board. Welcome to Homecoming 2023.
I'm Corey Williams, Vice President. Congratulations to the homecoming royalty and ambassador. I'm Kevin Sisson, Board Secretary, and homecoming means tradition.
I'm Pam Clem. Panther Stadium is the place to be on Friday night.
I'm Dr. James Hertzog. We love supporting the red and white. I'm Marvin Jones. The atmosphere and school spirit are amazing. And I'm Joe Trusty. We're Panther proud to be part of the Cabot School District.
Thank you for coming tonight to Panther Stadium and supporting all of our students. Happy homecoming and go Panthers!
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remove your hats for tonight's presentation of colors, followed by a moment of silence, the Pledge of Allegiance, and our national anthem. Please remain standing until the colors have left the field. Tonight's colors are presented by Cadet Sergeant, Staff Sergeant Gabriel Miller, Cadet Major Alan Horton, Cadet Second Lieutenant Neil Cunningham, Cadet Master Sergeant Chloe Clinton. Please pause for a moment of silence. Thank you. Please direct your attention to the video board for our Pledge of Allegiance.
The Cabot School District is proud to be home to our military families and students, including twins Ella and Emma Lowe and big brother Michael. Ella and Emma are in the 1st grade, and Michael is a 2nd grader at Northside Elementary. Michael loves to draw and build structures, and his favorite subject is science. Ella loves math, and she likes to sing and dance, while Emma enjoys phonics and working with animals. She also loves helping Mom in the kitchen.
Hi, I'm Ella. I'm Emma. And I'm Michael, and this is our mom.
Hi, I'm Staff Sergeant Evelyn Lowe. I'm an Army recruiter and medic, and I have served for 13 years. My kids love their teachers and the staff at Northside Elementary, and we are a very proud military family. Please join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now, the national anthem.
And now, the Cabot High School alma mater.
homecomings tonight, and this is our second edition of Panther Forum. It's week 5 of high school football, and I'm your play-by-play commentator, Clarkson Cook.
And I'm your color commentator, Colton Hennessy. The Panthers have had a 2-2 start to their season and are coming off a W at Jonesboro last week.
That's right, the Panthers were able to calm the Hurricane and pull through with a win in their first conference game of the season. Let's check the highlights.
The Panthers came into their game against Jonesboro looking to win their 10th out of 13 matchups against the Hurricane. The Cabot offense scored the first points of the game in the Wildcat formation with a direct snap to Cooper Powell and led 17-7 going into the half. Cabot would then go on to put up the first points of the second half on a goal line handoff to Keegan Best to put the Panthers up 24-7, and they went on to get the win over the Hurricane 27-14.
This week, the Panthers are expecting a repeat of last year against Little Rock Southwest. Cabot shut out the difference 41-0 in 2022.
Kickoff is set for 7 p.m. If you can't be in the stadium, join us on YouTube at Cabot High School Television.
Good luck and go Panthers.
Congratulations to our homecoming ambassadors and royalty.
Canes in the building. Yeah!
Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from? Cotton Eye Joe. Cotton Eye Joe. I've been married long time ago. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from? Cotton Eye Joe.
Athletic Director and Head Football Coach of your Cabot Panthers. Allow me to introduce our staff. Defensive Coordinator, John Painter. Cornerbacks and Special Teams, Clark Bean. Defensive Line Coach, Blake Gibson. Running Backs Coach, Hunter Jackson. Tight Ends and Snappers Coach, David Payne. Offensive Line Coach, Jason Rogers. Kickers and Specialist Coach, Hayden Ray. Linebackers Coach, L.J. Parent. And Receivers Coach, Justin Wiley. Junior High North Head Coach, Danny Spencer. And Assistant Coaches, Joe Bryant and Ben Ford. Junior High South Head Coach, Roy Brown. And Assistant Coaches, Mason Guthrie and Tom
Strength and conditioning head coach Brandon Jay and assistant coach Cord Simpson. Head athletic trainer Jason Case and assistant athletic trainers Jennifer Asbury, Chad Burke, Holly Rush, and Keith Sharman. This is your 2023-2024 coaching staff. We hope you enjoy your time with us tonight. Go Panthers!
Your captains for tonight's game. Number 50, Carson Gray. Number 22, Carter Bing. Number 73, Hayden Smith. And number 41, Landon Oliveto.
Hello and welcome back to Panther Stadium. We're in for a thriller tonight against the Southwest Griffins. The Griffins coming into tonight 1-3, ranked 11th in the 7A Central, and the Panthers are ranked 2-2, or 2-2 and ranked 6th.
And I am Colton Hennessy, your color commentator. The Panthers are coming off a win in their first conference game of the season against the Jonesboro Hurricane and are looking up to pick up their second one against the Griffins tonight.
As you saw before, that'll be Carter Bing, Carson Gray, Landon Oliveto, and Hayden the Train Smith as our captains tonight, as the Panthers getting set to come out of the helmet.
The big helmet, the scary helmet, the daunting helmet. In our winning era, says that banner over there, that they will be breaking through here in a few moments. And I am so ready for this matchup tonight.
Yes, definitely an exciting one tonight. With just about 50 more seconds until the Panthers make their way out of the helmet, here comes the Griffins with their flags waving in the air.
And a new logo, or a new looking logo, excuse me, for a new school, a school that was built just a few years back. And the Panther fans are getting excited waiting on this banner bust, excuse me.
And here they come, your Panther pride. Hear those cowbells ringing. Here they are. I'm real excited for this matchup tonight.
Carson, is that what I think it is? An all-red uniform? A new all-red uniform, I should say. Those are some beautiful threads. Look like the all-red version of the ones we saw last week on the road at Jonesboro.
They definitely look good, and surprising to see them tonight with a little bit of shipping issues. I'm glad to see them, though, and they look phenomenal.
Man, absolutely beautiful. A little bit of a simplistic touch, I would say. Kind of going towards the modern era of jerseys. But man, they may be simplistic, but they sure are beautiful. And Cabot, like we said, came off a win last week over Jonesboro. But we can't say the same thing for the Griffins, as they were blown out by Conway 56-0. And hopefully we see a performance like that tonight from the Griffins. But they seem pretty riled up and pretty excited to get this one underway.
Yeah, definitely a lot of new faces on that Griffin team from last year. And of course, you know, last year Cabot beat the Griffins on the road 41-0.
And we have seen a lot of blowouts whenever it comes to this Griffin squad. But supposedly, they're going to be a little bit better this season. And that's great to hear for them, as they're such a new school. You just wonder whenever it would happen when they would get that talent. And they're thinking that this is their year, starting off 1-3, which is a better start than they had last season.
Well, even better to see is Lucas Blaylock's leg, as the Griffin will be knocked out of bounds around the 29-yard line. And let's get this ball game going. The Griffins will take the field.
Jabron Lewis on the return right there, setting up his team with pretty good field position, better than just taking a knee, as they will be set up at their own 29. We've had a few number changes since the season started. Cooper Powell, one of them. He was number 10 at the beginning of the year, and he has switched to number 0, and one just tonight is Maddox Smith at number 92.
Well, here comes Chase Forte in that Griffins offense on a 1st and 10 opportunity just to kick off this game. He'll hand it off. And stop quickly by Logan Eason, but delivering the big hit is Noah Martin.
Noah Martin, not the biggest guy, but acts like he's Shaquille O'Neal out there, man, delivering huge hits. The DB, 5'7", 164 pounds.
Second and 10 now for Forte and the Griffins. Forte looking to pass. He'll let it unleash. And that'll be number 2. Jabron Lewis on the reception. And 1st and many more for the Griffins and Chase Forte.
And what a dot right there. The QB on the hookup to Jabron Lewis. Didn't look ready for the ball, to be honest, but then turned around at the perfect time. And what a strike it was.
Forte with the snap. He'll fake the handoff out to his receiver. That'll be number 2, Jabron Lewis once again. It'll be incomplete and 2nd and 10. Excuse me, that'll be 2nd and 18 now for the Griffins.
Guess that was a backwards pass that went out of bounds. The Griffins now got to make a lot of territory up.
Forte hit hard. He tries to unleash it, but that'll be incomplete. 3rd and 18 now. There's a lot of pressure from that Panther defense. It's something you like to see tonight.
Yes, and I'm sure it won't stop. It's the Panthers' defensive line and linebackers especially looking to make an impact. They are all dogs.
And they've all stepped up pretty well from their loss of the Caleb Rudolph just a few weeks ago. Forte looking to pass. He'll throw quickly, and it's batted away by number 29, Gavin Vest.
And a rare, and I mean very rare, show of celebration from Gavin Vest. He's usually cool as the other side of the pillow after making a big play, but right there, showing a little bit of flash. And I have nothing against that. Whenever Gavin Vest is excited, I'm excited.
And so are these Panther fans, as they sure do get excited to see Gavin Vest be excited. Here comes the punt. And over the head of Hayes Cox, it'll be a touchback.
The Panthers will set up shop at the 20-yard line. And we get to see these uniforms on offense for the first time. And we're expecting a big drive.
Here it is, the first time you get to see this Panther Pride offense tonight. Charlie Powell will take the helm. Here's the snap. With pressure and a good block from Keegan Vest, he'll get it to his tight end, Gavin Reardon. And wrestled down around the 46s, Gavin Reardon, after the completion from Powell.
Man, huge pressure from the Griffins linebacker, and Keegan Vest just picked him up at the exact time you thought he might get to Charlie. but it turns into a huge play for the Panthers. They're towards midfield now.
And way to stay cool is Charlie Powell as he'll get the snap once again. He's got his man, and after a couple of yards, it'll be 1st and 6.
And man, I like what I'm seeing early from the Panthers, 2nd and 6. But I like what I'm seeing from the Panthers early, man. They're throwing the football. And this is just beautiful. Putting confidence in Charlie Powell is putting confidence into one of the best players on the field.
Unfortunately, just a little bit of confusion on that handoff that'll result in a loss. And 3rd and 7 to go is Charlie Powell in this Panther offense.
I mean, we already saw one big first down. If they can do it once, they can do it twice. And it would not surprise me one bit if they pick it up here. Charlie Powell looks ready. You see the shoulders up. The body language is looking good from this Panther squad. We're expecting big things on offense tonight.
Powell with the pitch to Vest. Vest got the outside. And bouncing off his own man, he'll get one more than the first down. Spotted on the 44 is Keegan Vest after that great game.
And that is another Cabot Panther first down. Let's go. This is exciting. Nothing gets to me like high school football and Cabot Panther high school football, as it's homecoming tonight. I'm not sure if we mentioned that. I'm sure we might have, but we've got a packed out house here at Panther Stadium.
Fake the handoff to Vest with pressure. Powell gets away. He'll use his legs. He's got 9 on the play. It'll be 2nd and, they'll spot it as a first down. First down, Cabot Panthers.
And what is this? The Panther offense is moving quickly downfield.
And not exactly the offense we've seen from the Panthers all year. It's been a really ground and pound game from the Panthers. Now we're seeing a lot of outside runs and pass plays, putting a lot of confidence in Charlie Powell, which was much needed coming off of 4 very tough defenses.
Yes, the Panthers are looking. Make something happen here. There seems to be a bit of confusion with the chains. Oh, they'll be marking the football to see if he picked it up. And did he? Can't see from there. We got a rough angle and a lot of refs up there. It will be 2nd and a quarter of an inch, maybe?
It's got to be even less than that. But 2nd and very manageable. Here comes Charlie Powell and crew.
We're just hoping for more exciting football from this Panther offense.
And instead of taking the long shot, they'll give it to Keegan Vest and pick up the first down.
There's no reason to stray from that. Picking up first downs with the ground and pound running game is a great strategy. And we know who that great strategy is coming from. That's Coach Reed. Coach Reed, the offensive guru who won a state championship with El Dorado a few years back.
Charlie Powell on 1st and 10. He'll pitch it to Reardon, and Reardon falling and spotted on the 30-yard line.
We've seen a few plays tonight that we've never seen before. Maybe new threats, new offense. As even the short plays are pretty exciting. A little pitch to Gavin Reardon. Gavin Reardon, a really talented football player, a really talented wrestler as well. It's a multi-sport stud. Picks up a few there.
Powell with the snap. He's got pressure. He'll get away for a second time. He'll almost lose the ball, and he'll be smart and get out of bounds after 1 yard loss. But hey, you do like to see this new electric type offense from the Panthers, inspiring a little bit of confidence into Charlie Powell, as there's been a little bit of starting troubles and back and forth at the QB position. And not only that, but Coach Reed, as I'm sure you know, is not aiming for a 500 season. Right now he's looking to change a little bit up from the offense that he had last year. This is a much different looking offense and a much needed change from Coach Reed.
Yes, indeed.
Get it to Hayes Cox. Hayes Cox finds a hole, makes the first man miss, and first down, spotted around the 20-yard line. That'll be a Cabot Panther.
First down, baby, let's go. Hayes Cox, you put the ball in his hands, and he will make make miracles happen. A little bit of a freeze up right there. But Hayes Cox last week had a touchdown on a jet sweep, and the jet sweep is his play. As we know, he's got that speed and quickness to get around the defensive line and get to the outside and pick up huge gains. Excuse me.
With the handoff to Vest. Vest up the middle. He'll make a man miss and touchdown. Vest with only 7 minutes left in the first quarter. Vest puts points on the board for the Panthers.
And Keegan Vest, the Panther offense showing that they can still run that ball inside. But what I like to see is that we've trusted Charlie Powell with the ball.
And it looks like that's all we needed.
And we trust Charlie Powell with the ball all the way down the field right there. And so they don't know what to expect. Where it had been, it's run, 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 run. But on that one, we see the pass all the way down the field. And then an inside handoff to Keegan Vest. They had no idea that was coming, and they were not ready for it. Keegan Vest showing off that athleticism.
Dean Heyer will drill it through the uprights to make it 7-0. Your Cabot Panther pride.
I mean, no surprise there. Dean Heyer. He will be able to put the ball through the uprights from anywhere. One of the most accurate kickers that I think I've ever seen.
Exactly. Delivering like dominoes, as some would say, is Dean Heyer.
Who turned the light on?
He did.
You guys? You guys see? Hey, got a lamp.
The Griffins will get the ball now. After the kick from Blaylock, the turf monster catching up to Jabron Lewis. And here comes Chase Forte and his Griffin offense looking to make something happen and match the points on the board from the Cabot Panthers.
Sorry for the bit of a pause. We're having a few technical difficulties. But we have got it all sorted out, and we will be back in business.
Forte now with the snap. He'll find his favorite target, Jabron Lewis, but straight through the hands of Lewis. It'll make it 2nd and 10.
Pass incomplete to Lewis. Second down, 10.
And Lewis, a guy who has got the offense going, really the only bright spot so far for the Griffins, as I'm sure he will be a very targeted player all night long.
And stopped quickly is the Griffin run game after a hard hit from a host of Panthers. That'll be a loss of 1 and 3rd and 11 now for the Griffins.
As really the Griffin offense has only had one good play, and the run game has not worked one bit. Lucky if they're going to get a yard on an inside handoff going up against these defensive linemen that the Panthers have.
Definitely a lot of depth there at the D-line positions. But here it is, the noise from Panther Stadium. Will Forte be able to handle it? He'll look to throw. It's deep. And covered by John Connor, it'll be incomplete for Chase Forte.
Chase Forte throwing that ball, forcing it into double coverage. Kept it away from the DBs, but could not find his receiver's hands, as this will be another 3 and out for the Griffins.
And you know what? That's a little bit threatening as a Panther fan. Just a foot lower, and that was a NFL caliber pass from Chase Forte.
But you know what this means? We get to see that Panther offense once more, as a very short kick is away.
Not ideal for the Griffins, giving the Panthers great field position, spotted at the 43-yard line, and here comes the Panther Pride offense.
This is they will have a very short field. We saw what they did from their own 20. Just imagine what they can do from their own 43, or from the Griffin 43, excuse me.
And here comes Charlie Powell and Keegan Vest to set up that Panther backfield. 1st and 10. Got a man in motion. Cooper will look to pass. Excuse me, Charlie. Charlie will intend for Hayes Cox. Just a bit out of reach, and it'll make it 2nd down and 10 to go.
As that ball was knocked away from Makai Muhammad. Makai Muhammad, if I'm not mistaken, I believe he played quarterback last year for the Griffins.
The Griffins definitely have an athlete in Makai Muhammad. But it'll be a face mask call, and it'll make it 1st and 20 for the Panthers now.
And how interesting. A face mask on the offense, usually it's the other way around. But the ref saw it, and it's 1st and 20 for the Panthers, but this offense is looking extremely confident and ready to pick it up.
And after a big hit and a nice game, that'll be Quinn Hawkins on the carry.
Quinn Hawkins finally back for this Panther team. Had a bit of a slow start in his first game last week against Jonesboro, but calling his name early as the Panthers, as he picks up about 7.
And as the head guy, just as a junior, Quinn Hawkins comes into an offense completely run by Keegan Vest and Hayes Cox, trying to work his way back in is Hawkins. As Vest will get the ball, he'll be hit by the first man and hit by a second. It'll take the whole Griffins defense to back him up, and it'll be a loss of 2.
As Keegan Vest refusing to go down. Just had nowhere to go, and once one Griffin stood him up a little bit, they all swarmed him. It'll be 3rd and very long for this Panther offense led by Charlie Powell. And Carson, what do you think the Panthers are going to have to draw up here to pick this up?
They're definitely going to have more and more faith in Charlie. As Coach Reed, after a confusion trying to get the play called, he'll call a timeout. But like I was saying, Charlie Powell just hasn't gotten a lot of love from these offensive coordinators, and now they're letting him sling the ball just a bit more and turning this offense into more of a dual threat offense, as where before it was just Keegan Vest and Cooper Powell and which one was going to go where. But now we've got a passing game, and we're looking good.
Yes, this Panther offense looking outstanding, as this is the closest they've been to getting stopped all night long. Panther fans cheering their players on. They'll be attempting this huge play to pick up the first.
Powell on 3rd and 16. He sends a man in motion. He'll look to pass. He's looking right. He's got his man in Keegan Vest, but hit hard. After a nice gain, it'll be 4th down and 5 to go.
This is what you call no man's land, but nothing is no man's land for Sam Dubwig. So we know that he could pin him inside the 5 from here and anywhere else on the field.
But it doesn't look like Charlie Powell and the offense are coming off. Man, I just love the faith that Coach Reed is giving Charlie Powell in this offense. It'll be 4th and 4.
So they were trying to get some players to jump there. And what a nice pass that was from Charlie Powell on the play before. And I wouldn't be surprised to see another one.
Here he is looking to pass. He's got his man and Gavin Reardon, just one man to miss. He'll run straight through him with the blocker. Gavin Reardon will get into the end zone off of sheer willpower.
My goodness, Gavin Reardon laid out a Griffin. Over there on the field, a mythical creature versus a Panther. Panther's always going to come out on top in my book. And what a truck from Gavin Reardon.
I feel for the Griffin players now. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns from the Panthers, and not only that, but you're going to be seeing that play on huddle for a while.
Oh my goodness, Gavin Reardon. What a hit and what a pass. Way to stay calm. Cool as the other side of the pillow, as some might say. In the pocket, even with the blitz coming. But that's what freed up Gavin Reardon, where he was able to make something happen, not only with his legs, but with his shoulder.
Dean Heyer will drill it through for another conversion. It'll make it 14-0 Panthers lead over the Southwest Griffins.
You know, Carson, many might not understand why it's such a big deal that Dean Heyer is such a talented kicker. Last year there were a few struggles that lost us a few games, but that is no more. The sophomore Dean Heyer is picture perfect as a kicker.
Not only that, but his counterpart Lucas Blaylock will kick it off now. The Griffin has that'll be number 2. Jabron Lewis on the carry and a great return.
Jabron Lewis able to shift around some Panthers and make something happen on that return. This might be the best field position they've had all night. Jabron Lewis has really, like I said earlier, has been the only bright spot for this Griffin team.
Forte got Lewis in the flats.
Lewis nowhere to go on the little screen pass. And that is the converted wide receiver / special teams member, John Connor Lewis. Excuse me, John Connor Williams making the tackle.
Forte looking to pass. He'll go deep once again into double coverage. Defended by John Connor there. It'll be incomplete.
And let's go ahead and bring that name up again. Had an interception in his first game as a free safety last week. And getting the deflection there.
Not only just any interception, but one of the most impressive I've seen John Connors. But it'll be 3rd and 9 now tonight against the Griffins. Chase Forte and his Griffin offense looking at a long 9 yards.
And wow, Panther Stadium is getting very loud. It's going to be very difficult for the Griffins to pick this one up here.
The spread formation now is Forte. Forte using his legs. He'll find his man and deflected by John Connor. Thought he was about to have his second interception in 2 weeks, but this time he'll deflect it, making it 4th down and 9 to go for the Griffins.
Man, I don't want to say that John Connor just single-handedly forced a 3 and out, but he was a big part of it for sure. Right there, he was able to make a play on all 3 balls and all 3 plays by the Griffins.
Looks like Chase Forte and the Griffin offense will be staying on the field now. Forte using his legs. He's hit hard by Logan Eason, but he'll get the first down.
The first time we've got to see Forte's legs all night. And maybe caught the Panthers off guard a little bit as they had their return team out there.
And excuse me, I didn't notice, but the Caleb Rudolph coming off of the field now was telling people that he wouldn't be able to play until next week at Conway, but look at him now. Coach is presumably trying to get him back into game speed. It's nice to see him back.
It's the Caleb, one of the members of our broadcasting class. A great filmer and anchor on the news.
Robinson on the carry. Heck of a 30 run, Landon Oliveto.
It'll be Jackson Robinson, tackled by Landon Oliveto.
Second down, Southwest.
Excuse me, Jashawn Robinson. Forte now looking to pass. He's found a man, but tackled by a host of Panthers is number 26, Hines.
That was Noah Martin on the stop, 25. Made a few plays tonight already. And making another one there, as it'll be another third down forced by the Panthers.
And here comes the Cowbells. 3rd and 3 to go for Forte. Got a man in motion. He'll look to flex, but quickly decides against it. And he's thrown down. There'll be a fumble on the play. A Panther has got it, and he'll run through 3 Griffins before he's wrestled down, but there is a yellow marker on the play.
And that was very interesting what we just saw, as it was clearly a design QB run, kind of a QB draw, faking like he was about to pass, but the Panthers were not fooled. He was absolutely ripped down by his right arm.
Coach Reed not happy with that flag. He's all the way out on the numbers, conferring with the referee now.
As that looked like Panther ball for a while, but the play was blown dead very early. It'll be another third down. Oh.
And they'll call a face mask on the Panther defense. And a lot of boos from this side of the stadium.
And how can you be happy with that one? What looked like to be a turnover and a great field position for the Panthers is now a free first down given to the Griffins.
I'll tell you who is happy. Chase Forte. Chase Forte, after losing the ball, trying to use his legs once again, will catch a break with 1:43 left in the first quarter. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Griffins now. He'll take the snap. He's got a lot of pressure trying to escape it. He'll throw it away. Panther fans wanting intentional grounding.
That was a very smart throwaway, excuse me, by Forte, excuse me. Now the Griffins face a 2nd and 10. As Forte showed off his legs one time, and since then, the Panthers not allowing anything. The secondary is locked in, or was already locked in, and now those linebackers coming in at Forte at 100 miles an hour.
2nd and 10 for Forte. He'll hand it off. He's got a lot of room to run, but he'll be tackled by a host of Panthers. And did he get it?
Yeah, we're still waiting on that. We see the chains moving. That will be a Griffin first down as they are marching.
Forte faking the handoff to Tucker. He'll find his favorite target in number 2, Lewis, but Gunnar Poe is there to save the day, shedding his blocker and making the tackle on Lewis. An incredible play from the corner.
What do we say about Poe, the one and only? And what a tackle that was. On the little screen, like you said, shedded the blocker. Was able to make a play on the shifty Lewis. Lewis shaken up, as you said. We're just hoping that he is okay. Because no matter what side it is, we want a nice game, a nice clean game with no injuries.
Definitely a disappointing loss for the Griffins.
But man, this does give the Panthers some time to talk things over and maybe tighten up like they always have in the red zone. And Panthers just going to have to do that again to keep the Griffins from scoring.
Red zone play is where the Panther defense has shined throughout this season. Only scored on a couple times inside their own 20. Here the Griffins are 11 to go. Set up on the 25.
This Panther defense, with a bit of a spark given to them by their coaches, are now ready. They've taken the field and looking to get a stop here.
Forte. Oh, look, the pass, and it's batted away by Logan Eason. Second deflection of the day from Panther linebackers. First one from Gavin Vest, second one from Eason.
There we go. We got another bit of celebration. Logan Eason more likely to show a bit of emotion on the field, as he's been great all season long, not only at the linebacker spot, but at the long snapper position.
Forte battling through the noise on 3rd and 10.
He was trying to get some Panthers to jump off sides and get a few more yards for free, but the Panthers not budging one bit.
Well, like you said before, Logan Eason a little bit more likely to show emotion on the field, as Gavin Vest, and not only Gavin, but his brother Keegan Vest, almost emotionless on this field, though not because of their lack of effort. Last year, I remember seeing Keegan Vest stiff arm a kid and then run over the next and just walk calmly back into the huddle. Not exactly something you want to see as a Griffin. A very daunting sight are the Vest brothers.
Yes, two absolute studs on their respective sides of the football. Man, like you said, Keegan Vest, he will do that over anybody. It doesn't matter their size, their strength. Keegan Vest could probably truck an NFL player if he was out there.
Well, we did see him against SEC talent the other week when Ruston was here at home. But now, tonight, we host the Griffins. It's 3rd and 10. Chase Forte will get the snap. He'll look to throw, and he won't find his man through the hands of Jabron Lewis. Nice to see him back on the field, but it'll be 4th and 10 now.
Yes, just threw it a little bit behind him. Had the open man. But just a tough break for the Griffins offense, as they seem to be putting no faith in their kicker. Man, Panther Stadium, a sight to see here on homecoming night, as the stands are just packed out.
Forte in the spread formation. And the play is whistled to a halt. I didn't.
There was a false start on the Griffins to push them even farther back, now well out of field goal territory. If they weren't in it before, they're definitely not in it now. It's going to take a huge play for the Griffins.
Forte with pressure. He'll get around it. He'll use his legs and slide. It looks to be just short of the first down marker.
Let's just see where the refs will spot him. As that Panther defense is holding up their fists. And yes, they will say he's short. The Panther defense holds. You thought he might be able to make something happen with his legs. The smart play is to slide right there like he did to avoid the big hit from any of these Panther defenders. Because now the Panthers will have the football deep in their own territory, marked at their own 16.
And a new face in the backfield, Amar Kreiner, in with his quarterback, Charlie Powell. Once again, it'll be 1st and 10 with 34 seconds left in the first quarter. They'll send Reardon in motion, and they'll give it to Kreiner. Kreiner stopped quickly after a gain of 2.
One thing about Kreiner is if he can get through that defensive line and find a hole, he will be gone. Absolute stud in Amari Kreiner. This running back unit for the Panthers is just unbelievable. Led by Keegan Vest, but also followed by Cooper Powell and Amarius Kreiner, as they're very different. All three of them are very different from each other. Keegan Vest will run over just about anybody. Cooper Powell, run over just about anybody. They're not too different necessarily. Cooper Powell is just a little bit younger, and Amari Kreiner just can turn on jets like no other, as he's the one that's always back there with Hayes Cox on kickoff returns.
Definitely an incredible skill set from our running backs. And that'll bring a close to the first quarter. Kicking off the second is Charlie Powell in the offense. That'll be 2nd and 8 to go.
The Panthers looking to score 2 more times here in this second quarter, as they will have the ball to start it off. Things are looking great for this Panther offense.
And we were talking about how new this look from the Panthers offense is. Definitely the team to try it on when you beat them 41-0 last season, and coming off a 56-0 loss is the Griffins. And there's Hayes Cox on his jet sweep. He'll break through one man and get way more than a first down.
Man, that is that play. The coveted jet sweep. I think Hayes Cox might need to put a patent on that play, as he does it like no other. He can run for hundreds of yards. If they added on to football fields, I think that he would be able to score on 200, 300-yard fields.
They tried to do the same thing earlier with Quinn Hawkins, just not the same, and Hayes Cox shows it now. They'll pitch it to Kreiner. Kreiner's got the outside with a blocker, and Reardon, he'll step out of bounds, pushed out by number 18, Nelson.
And that's Amari Kreiner. Like I said, he can turn on those jets like no other. He's stopped on the Griffin 41 as the Panthers are moving on this drive. He stays in at running back. I mean, I don't see why not to give it to him again.
I'll fake the handoff. Powell's got a man open midfield. That'll be number 18, Evan Mathis.
Let's just say that's why. That's why not to give it to Kreiner again. Evan Mathis had a touchdown in the first game of the season against Fayetteville. So he's been quiet since then, but man, what a catch. And got a few more yards after it, giving the Panthers another first down. What a strike from Charlie Powell. Something that we haven't been able to say much all season, as he has not had this level of confidence in any other game.
Powell. He'll give it to Kreiner. Kreiner stopped quickly.
It's just nowhere to go for Amari Kreiner right there.
Second down, Panthers.
It's a rare stop on this drive. We haven't seen any plays go for no yards except for that first one that was stopped after a gain of 2. So other than that, the Panthers have been racking up first downs left and right.
Reardon in motion. Powell fake the handoff. He'll look deep. And just off the hands of number 26, Caden Harmon.
And a little play action right there from Charlie Powell, showing the confidence. Delivered a great ball so that Harmon could make a play on it. But unfortunately not able to come away with the touchdown that they were looking for. But all is well for the Panthers as they are set up with great field position. It will be 3rd and 10.
Powell's got pressure. He'll stand strong and deliver a strike. What a pass. It'll be incomplete. That'll be intended for Gabe Lynch, but wow, what an impressive throw. And staying cool in the pocket is Charlie Powell.
And Dean Heyer, a great sight to see coming out to kick the field goal. And like you said, what a pass that was to give Gabe Lynch a chance to make a play on that ball, and kind of surprised he didn't, as he's been able to make some great catches all season long.
And Heyer with a nice looking kick will make it 17-0, your Cabot Panther pride.
And how beautiful is that boot from Heyer? Just really no one like him as a sophomore, man. A sophomore. It's just unreal. You know the leg power is going to increase, and surely the accuracy will as well. Just unbelievable what we've seen all season long from Heyer. Panthers have put up, have put up points for their 3rd possession, and now lead 17-0. And it wouldn't surprise me if they got into the end zone once more here in this first half.
Lucas Blaylock setting up to kick it off once again to the Griffins.
When you look up and down this roster, all you see is sophomore, sophomore, sophomore. This Panther team is only going to get better, as they're ranked 6 and 7A Central currently, as that ranking will only rise as these players get older.
It'd be Derek Palmer on the return.
And Ross Baxter there to level him fairly quickly. The Griffins are set up with pretty good field position. So he will be marked down at the 27.
Chase Forte and his offense taking the field once again. Forte looking like one of the few bright spots on this Griffins offense, using his leg and his arm tonight.
He has delivered some great balls to his receivers.
That'll be Tucker on the carry. It'll be first down and marked at the 40-yard line.
And a rare handoff, as it seemed like no running plays were going well for the Griffins, as they are suddenly able to pick up a first down on the ground.
I'll give it to Tucker again, and bouncing off of Panthers, wrestled down and hit hard. That'll be number 13, David Liddell, the hard-hitting sophomore. And speaking of hard hitting, Caleb Rudolph is back on that defensive line.
Caleb Rudolph, a standout player and has been for the Panthers. Last year, he was outstanding, and this year, just more of the same.
Gavin Vest almost with another block. Instead, Forte will find his favorite target, Jabron Lewis.
As the Southwest offense actually putting together a drive here, but they did that last time as well. And around this territory is where they got stopped and put no faith into their kicker. So the Panthers looking to cause another turnover on downs or just get the ball back in general.
Forte in the backfield with Luther Tucker. And he'll give it to Tucker. Tucker will get the outside and cut back inside, breaking 2 tackles from Panthers. Finally wrestled down, and the ball is out. They'll call it Griffin ball as his knee was down before. Excuse me, it looks like Tucker got his own fumble there. It'll be first down for the Griffins.
Man, almost a bit of 1 step forward, 2 steps back action from the Griffins. As it was definitely a good play, but almost coughed up in the end. The Panther defense will have to stay on the field once more.
Forte handing it off again. And picked up and put down is number 4, Robinson. The Griffins doing well on this drive, but they've been close to scoring twice. Unfortunately, close isn't quite enough for Chase Forte and the Griffins. Let's see what they can do here on 2nd and 4 to go.
So the Panthers are looking for another huge stop in the red zone. If I had to guess where it's going to come from, it's going to come from those 2 linebackers eager to deliver a hit here.
And there it is from Gavin Vest. It'll be Gavin Vest and Ross Baxter on the tackle of number 4, Robinson. And you're right, you called it.
Man, that seems to happen a pretty good amount. But no surprise there for Gavin Vest to make another tackle. He was All-State last year and might be All-American this year, making these types of plays.
That's incredible how many times you've called plays like that this year. And we're only in week 5, Colton.
Yeah, hopefully it will continue, and maybe I can speak some positive things into the future.
On a not so positive note, there's a penalty marker on the play. It'll be false start on the Griffins. Not what you want to see if you're Chase Forte or any Griffin on the field now.
And especially on 3rd down this close to the goal line. As the Griffins are bringing in a few new players. And Liddell comes back into the game for the Panthers. Now it's going to be 3rd and difficult for the Griffins.
I'm sure we're not the only ones that notice that Liddell's back on the field. We Chase Forte looking for number 2, Lewis. There'll be a flag on the play.
And Lewis has been his guy all night. Just praying that this penalty marker doesn't go against the Panthers. And what a defensive stop this will be for them if it's not.
The referee's conferring with Coach Reed now.
And speaking of Coach Reed, for those of y'all that don't know, I play tennis, and he showed up at our conference tournament today. It was great to see him there. Coach Reed, not only the head football coach, but also the athletic director, a multitasking genie.
That'll make it 4th down and 9 for this Griffins offense. And I say offense because it doesn't look like the special teams is coming onto the field once again. It'll only be a 24-yard field goal. Instead, Chase Forte will keep the ball. With pressure, he'll throw it up. And deflected by Gunnar Poe. A lot of hands flailing around between the two, the receiver and Gunnar. Happy to see that there wasn't a PI, pass interference call on that play.
Yes, and Gunnar Poe, unbelievable that they would target him twice in a row after seeing what he did on the last play. Just makes it happen once more with another deflection and a clutch one. The Panther offense will take over the ball on the 13-yard line.
There's the snap, the handoff to Powell. And a new backfield in this Panther offense. It'll be Cale Turner and Cooper Powell.
And this is the first look of Cale Turner that we've gotten all night. Because at least on the first play, not the passing game that we were seeing from Charlie. But the Panthers are backed up here, deep in their own territory, second and very long, but second and manageable for the Panthers. It wouldn't surprise me if they pick it up right here.
Turner on the pitch to Powell. Powell will gain a few past their first marker. It'll be 3rd and about 6 now.
Cale Turner, it's a passing down right here, and maybe we get to see his arm. Cale Turner also capable of running the football with his huge frame. And if you didn't listen last game, he is committed to Oklahoma State University for baseball.
There's another pass tonight, and caught and let go. They'll call it incomplete. That'll be number 6, Quinn Hawkins, on the drop.
As this is going to be our first look at Sam Dubwig tonight. Back to way up. And just a tough break for the Panther offense. Quinn Hawkins could be a little bit nervous here. As we know, last year he was an outstanding receiver as just a junior. And just trying to get back into the swing of things is Quinn.
Dubwig's punt is up
Oh
and
my
far.
Goodness.
Call a fair catch around the 35. And wow.
It's going to take a little bit of math right there from kicking it from about the 5 all the way to the other 35. Let's just start counting. 10, 15, or excuse me, 10, 20, 30, 40.
Mr.
70. Whoa, 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 hold on. Correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, from the 5. From the 5. Okay. 10 would be the 15. So we've got Carson counting as well. What is that number?
I think I'm lost too, Colton. The Griffins will hand it off.
Yes, there's a bit of confusion here in the press box trying to do the math. 15, 25.
I think that's a 60-yard punt there, Colton. I'm Mr. 51-yard line himself.
There's no way we're making fun of me.
Forte with almost another deflection on 2nd and 8. After a little bit of pushing and shoving.
Of course, and I just can't appreciate what you've done right there, throwing me under the bus for the 51-yard line call. As, man, I will never forget about New York. As Carson, I wish y'all could see this. Carson's in here still counting the yards, as it seems like he can't count 6 lines. Pretty interesting from Carson, what we're seeing.
It'll be 3rd and 2 to go. Now from Chase Forte, and not only on the field, but a little bit of animosity here in the commentator's box. as they'll get the, it looks like the Panthers might get the stop here. We'll see what the officials say. They'll call that a first down for the Griffins.
Tackled by number 66, Brent Bean.
And Brent Bean in there on the stop. Carson's still counting these lines. Seems to be struggling with his math. No problem there. As I just had to get back at him for the 51-yard call. That's something I may never be able to come back from, but it's okay. Now the Panthers looking to get another stop.
Forte with a strike down the middle. A nice pass to find his target, Jabron Lewis once again.
Man, Forte put that ball in the only spot that Lewis could make a play on it.
Forte looking deep and deflected. That'll be number 13, David Liddell, but they'll throw a flag on the play, presumably pass interference.
Yes, that was
an unfortunate hit to the Panther defense.
And man, penalties have definitely been a struggle for the Panthers all season. It seems to be biting them here, but you see you've got the lead, and you see who has no points. It could quite possibly be another shutout that the Griffins are facing.
Lewis with the reception now after a nice gain. It'd be Forte with the first down with 2 minutes and 52 seconds left in the half. Colton, I think I've counted at least 12 times, and that's definitely 60 yards and not 70. I'm sorry.
Look, I understand I made the mistake whenever I first called it. But
mistakes do happen, and Colton, you're really showing it tonight.
Oh, wow. Wow, what a comment from Carson, and that will be noted as the Panthers looking to tighten up in the red zone.
Forte looking deep to his target, Lewis, and off the hands, deflected away from Gunnar Poe.
And Lewis, the only one who was able to get that ball, able to rise up and nearly make a play, but that's deflected off of his hands. 2nd and 10 for the Griffins. And the Panthers might just have to lock down once more and get another stop.
They'll hand it off now. And what a run. That'll be number 4, Jashawn Robinson. Bouncing off of multiple Panther defenders. He'll single-handedly stop the Griffins from being shut out tonight.
And unfortunately, on that one, I was not able to predict the outcome. But for the first time, we'll see a field goal attempt from the Griffins.
Snapped, muffed. They'll look to convert with pressure. And Logan Easton with the interception and tripped up. What just happened for the Griffins conversion? It'll keep it at 17-6 after a muffed snap.
And that might be exactly the reason we haven't seen that field goal unit out tonight, as the snap was just straight into the turf, and it definitely wasn't a attempt at a 2-point conversion. But heads up right there from Forte, excuse me, to scramble out and look for a man, but the only man he found was linebacker Logan Eason.
And that's nice to see as a Panther fan, but you really have to feel for him. Looking back into week 1, the Panthers really struggled with their special teams snaps. resulting in 3 separate safeties there in week 1. Now we see it on the better side of the ball, if you're a Panther fan, as the Griffins will stay at 17-6, your Panthers leading.
So that's Amarius Kreiner and Hayes Cox. And really, I don't know who you kick it to here, as neither of them one you want to see with the football in their hands.
It'll be a short kick to Kreiner. Kreiner looking for room. He'll find a hole. And swallowed up by the Griffins after a nice return. A little bit of late hits from the Griffins.
And you're right, that was number 30 for the Griffins, just coming in out of nowhere, kind of flew over the pile that was created by the Griffin defense. But like I said, you just don't want to kick the ball to either player, as we've seen some great returns from Hayes Cox, but a great return as well right there from Amarius Kreiner.
Cale Turner making his way to lead the Panther offense once again. Cox in motion. They'll fake the handoff. Turner looking deep to one man and tripped up. That'll be an interception for the Griffins. After a nice return, he'll be wrestled down by the first man around the 50-yard line. That'll be number 1, Cameron Martin, on the interception.
That's just unfortunate, really, as Cameron Martin, one of the few bright spots and a bright play for the Griffins right there, coming off of a touchdown. They're looking for another one now.
It'll be interesting to see how this Griffin offense and this Panther defense handle the momentum shift here. As you hate to mention it, but you have to mention it. On their own respective drives, Charlie Powell has outscored Cale Turner 14-3 in this game. It'll be interesting to see how Coach Reed plays his quarterbacks throughout the rest of the night and the rest of the season. But there's a long ball game ahead of us, as Chase Forte will come back into the game with 2 minutes and 23 seconds left on the clock before the half.
So there was a flag on that interception for illegal formation, but the penalty was declined, and of course it was, really. But the Panther defense has been strong all night long and will continue to play their hearts out.
Forte will hand it off now. And finding the edges, number 9, Luther Tucker. This running game has really been off to a slow start, but they're blazing hot now for the Griffins.
And yes, a few runs have resulted in pretty big plays for the Griffins, as Tucker has been the front man for that.
2nd and 3 to go for Chase Forte.
Chase Forte has also been one of those bright spots, have shown off his legs a few times.
Fake the handoff to Tucker. And what an arm, just a little bit overthrown for his target, Jabron Lewis. And Colton, I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like there's only one wide receiver out there for the Griffins.
And man, we have said that name all night long. Clearly his favorite target. And like you said, seems like the only target out on the field, but he is covered, and covered well, I might add, by Gunnar Poe.
Definitely this Panther secondary really grown into their roles, but now Chase Forte on 3rd and 3, he'll hand it off. Met at the line of scrimmage, but he'll push past the first down marker. That'll be number 4, Jashawn Robinson.
There's really just been a few players that we've mentioned. That's Forte and Robinson and Luther Tucker, and of course the Jabron Lewis. Man, they have been the only ones with the ball in their hands all night long.
And another deflection, the 3rd on the night, this time coming from 96, Aiden Cook.
Aiden Cook surprising what we've seen from him this season. Didn't get to see much of him on varsity last year, but this season he's making a huge impact on that defensive line.
Definitely a big role to step into of the D-line from last year. Not to mention the rest of the line, but Chris Leaks, definitely a big shoes to fill. As that'll be a completion to number 9, Luther Tucker. He's hit hard. That'll be number 24, Gunnar Poe once again.
Gunnar Poe able to knock him out of bounds. So it will be a 3rd and 5 facing this Griffins offense, as they've been able to convert a few times, but the Panther fans and the Panther defense have made that far from easy.
Definitely hard to handle the noise here at Panther Stadium. With 1:43 left in the half, Chase Forte will be looking at 3rd and 5. He'll throw the ball. He'll have a completion and a man. Looks like he'll be short.
Listen, the Panthers will have another stand, but we'll see the same thing that we've seen all night long. The Griffins will be going for it in fear of what happened with their field goal unit last time.
4th and short, and the defense will jump off sides now. And a lucky break for the Griffins offense. It'll be 1st and 10 now with 1:09 left in the half.
The Panthers just gave it to him right there. A rare offsides call. The line and the linebackers have been fantastic for the Panther defense.
A lot of pressure on the screen pass. They'll get it to Jabron Lewis after a nice gain. And Colton, if you're a Griffin, you've met the red zone twice and you've met the end zone 1 out of the 2 times. What do you think the Griffins pull out of their bag of tricks here to try and see it again?
You know, there's no telling. And that's a scary thought for this Panther defense. They could run, as they've made a few good plays with their legs, but they could also pass. But we all know who the ball's going to, as it will be clearly Jabron Lewis.
Really seems to be only one man you have to cover in that passing game, but this running game handled by Luther Tucker on that run, and earlier Jashawn Robinson has been a committee for this Griffin offense.
Yes, if they have been the few bright spots. And this Panther defense has really applied some pressure, but Forte cools the other side of the pillow in the pocket.
Forte will hand it off to Robinson. Robinson finds a hole. And after a host of Panthers, he'll go down inside the 5.
Robinson on the carry. 1st and goal, Southwest.
Now Southwest in a great spot to score some points, as really all the Panthers need is to force a 4th down, so we know who's not coming out on the field for the Griffins.
Forte will hand it off to Robinson. Robinson back up into the backfield. He'll be stopped on the 9.
And far from a heads-up play from Robinson, one of the only names that we've had to memorize as commentators for the night, as they're making the job pretty easy for us. We know the Panthers very well. It's always tough with a road team, however, but luckily the Griffins are making it pretty easy for us.
Definitely, with only 4 names that we've had to mention on this offense, and I'll list them off for you. It'll be Jashawn Robinson, Luther Tucker, Chase Forte, and Southwest one and only Jabron Lewis.
And here it will be 2nd and goal from about the 10-yard line, facing the Griffins after the backwards run. And really all I can say is thank you to Deshaun Robinson for giving the Panthers some momentum, maybe, here on defense.
I don't know what the Griffins coaches are saying in that huddle, but at least one of the phrases had to been, "That's the wrong way," number 4, as Robinson sets his team up for 2nd and 10.
And the Panthers looking to force more of the same from the Griffins, trying to back them up farther and farther from that goal line.
Forte looking deep. He's got pressure. And nearly intercepted by Noah Martin, standing over the intended target of Logan White. And look at that. Just after that whole rant, there's another name that we get to say. It'll be 3rd and 10 now. Nevertheless, with 15 seconds left in the first half for Chase Forte, it's now or never for the Griffins offense.
Unbelievable. They must be listening to us over on that Griffins sideline, which I do appreciate. I like the views. But, man, I guess that's why he's on defense. Noah Martin with a great deflection, forcing a 3rd and goal from the 10.
Forte looking down the middle. Deflected by Ross Baxter. What a defensive stance so far by the Panthers.
And I think we know what we're going to see here. The Griffins have been very afraid to bring out their field goal unit. This is going to be 4th and 10. 4th and goal from the 10. And great plays we've seen all day from this secondary. And we get to see more of the same.
Be a timeout call now. That'll be on the Panthers.
Timeout. Cabot. 1st second of the half.
What a defensive stance so far from the Panthers with 11 seconds left in the half. And I would like to give a big thank you to all you Cabot Panther fans watching. We reached a number of 1.5K last game. Thank y'all so much for watching and tuning in these past 2 weeks. Well, here they are on 4th and 10. 4th and goal for Chase Forte.
As Panther Stadium is erupting right now following this 4th down play.
Forte with pressure. He'll look through the middle. And like I said, it's now or never. This time it's now. Forte will get it to number 13, Kelly Smith, to make it 17-12. Panthers lead.
As clearly they're making it a little bit harder on us, but also making it harder on that Panther defense if they have been keyed in on their key players.
Timeout, Southwest. The final timeout of the half.
But just great presence in the pocket and way to escape right there by Chase Forte and find the open man and deliver a strike.
I'll say it. Well, a nice defensive stand from the Panthers. Unfortunately, it'll all fall apart on 4th down. And like you said, Chase Forte staying present in the pocket, playing the escape game all night with this defensive pressure from the Panthers. However, he's been handling it quite well with 2 touchdown passes and a lot more passes, resulting in a lot of yards here for the Griffins tonight.
Yes, and it has been quite the game for him. But unfortunately for the Panthers, there have been a few balls. It seems like the ball is just coated in soap or something because these defenders cannot seem to come down with the ball for interceptions. But they've still been great plays by the secondary. Unfortunately, it's just able to find a hole in defense.
And you know what? Forget the special team, says Chase Forte. He'll look at the screen pass to Lewis. Lewis hit by David Liddell will get through. Play is whistled to a halt with a flag.
And man, this Panther band is getting us excited in this press box.
That's not even the Panther band. That'll be Southwest.
Excuse me, the band of Southwest is getting us excited. They're playing some new tunes. But man, this Panther band, one for the ages. They've been outstanding all year. They've won a lot of competitions and have put together some great performances for the Panther fans.
That's right. It'll be Chase Forte now, looking for the two-point conversion with pressure. He'll get it to Lewis. Lewis, will he get in? They'll say no. And after the flag, they won't convert. That'll be number 29, Gavin Vest, shaken up on the play now. And that is not a good sight to see from the Panthers.
The last person you want to see go down. So we're very late into this first half, only 4 seconds remaining. So we only can hope the best for Gavin, as he's been one of the many bright spots for this Cabot offense.
Looks like Gavin will be all right as he'll walk off himself. It looked like he waved away his coach and trainer at first, just trying to feel out what had happened to him. A little bit shaken up, and he'll meet his counterpart, Logan Eason, on the sideline. Well, with 4 seconds left, the Panthers up by only 5 after 2 failed conversions from the Griffins. They will kick it away to Kreiner and Cox.
And I must say, an absolute turnaround from Southwest, as this was really the last thing we expected. The Panthers had a pretty big lead early in the game, up by 2 touchdowns, and then this Southwest offense exploded, and that drive was started by the defense.
Be a squib kick. Kreiner will get it. Looks like they'll try and make this the last play of the half, and he'll be wrestled down. The clock ticks down to 0, and a nice return by Kreiner. Unfortunately, we will not be able to show the halftime festivities on air. However, join us in the second half.
Vice President. Congratulations to the
Welcome back to Cabot Panther football. Here is the second half of the Panther and Griffins game. The Panthers leading 17-12 here at home. The Griffins will kick it away once again to your Panthers.
The Panthers will need to capitalize. It's an onside kick to start off the half to set the Panthers up in great territory. Really, you just got to think, man. If they kick that all the way to Kreiner or Cox, I mean, we'd probably be around the same spot anyway, so maybe a smart play for them to, just choose a play where they could come close to maybe getting the ball back.
Definitely a heads-up play from Anthony Liddell, recognizing that they were doing an onside kick. But we say maybe a smart play, but we would definitely be calling the Griffins geniuses if they got it there in the first kick of the half. Charlie Powell on the quarterback keeper. He'll slide and he's hit late. There'll be no flag call. It'll be a gain of about 8.
And wow, what a read option from Powell. Great to see him back into the game after the costly interception from Cale Turner. And Charlie Powell had a great game before he was pulled out. I mean, the Panthers had a pretty nice lead, and maybe that's what the head coach is looking for. Maybe some more of the same.
Cox catching the ball now. He'll get past 2 men. And with another first down, he'll have a lot more spotted around the 24-yard line.
And that was Perquan Anderson thinking he had an easy play and an easy tackle on Hayes Cox, but then Cox turns on the Jets, said nuh-uh, and picked up about 15 more from the spot where he caught it.
Well, this Cabot Panther offense just looking tremendously better with Charlie Powell in its backfield. We'll see how he fares and 1st and 10. We give it to Vest. Vest finds a hole. There's a flag on the play. Taking Vest before the flag, has a gain of about 6.
Just a nice run, nice inside handoff. It's hard to stop Vest anywhere short of a first down.
Call that a block in the back call on the Cabot offense. Looking pretty well to start this half. Unfortunately, the penalties will get to them. It'll be 1st and 1st and 20 now.
And Carson, you asked me 2 weeks ago, in this situation, the Panthers are in a ditch, so to speak. I would say yes, and this would be a very tough first down to pick up, but tonight, I just don't believe so, as there's a big play from Cox.
Well, there it is, like you said, the coveted Hayes Cox jet sweep. After a nice gain, that'll give them decent field position on 2nd down.
And if it were a 1st and 10, that would have been another first down for the Panthers. But a nice gain nonetheless. It's now going to be about 2nd and 8. And like I said, the Panthers are able to move the ball like no other tonight.
A pitch to Kreiner. Kreiner looking for the outside. He'll cut back up with 2 blockers, and the Turf Monster will get him, but not after a first down. He'll be spotted at the 11-yard line.
I mean, I think I changed my profession about now from commentator to fortune teller, as the Panthers pick up a first down on 2 plays. And now they're in the red zone and looking to put some more points on the board.
Here comes Powell and his offense. The play is whistled to a halt with a penalty marker. That'll be offsides on the Griffins defense. And penalty marker flying the Panthers' way this time, as they'll gain about 5, and it'll be 1st and 5 for Charlie Powell and his offense.
Just the last thing you want as a Griffin. You can't give this offense any yards. And there's 5 to inch them closer to the goal line.
Handoff now. Charlie Powell will give it to, that'll be Vest on the carry. Or, I'm sorry, that'll be Cooper Powell, his brother, on the carry. That'll be second and short, and not too much farther is the goal line for the Panthers.
And Cooper's been that guy that they put in here in the red zone and put a lot of faith in, as he's had a lot of goal line rushes into the end zone. His TDs are much higher than his yardage, and maybe looking for more of the same here.
Not this time. He'll be stopped short. Will it be short of the first down marker? It will. It'll be still 3rd and 1 and about 2 to go to the goal line.
And just a rare stop on Cooper Powell and the Panther offense this drive, as they've been able to put together some great plays. But the Southwest defense has really locked it down on the pass, too. And can they do it for 3?
Here it is. The Wildcat formation for the Cabot Panthers. Somehow all of us knew in the back of our minds it was going to be coming tonight. As Cooper Powell on the counter will walk in untouched. What a play.
Man. A little misdirection. You know, Cooper Powell just faked out the whole entire defense of the Griffins. And, I mean, looked like a shot fake in basketball, or a pass fake in basketball, excuse me. Just takes it around the outside and scores easily.
Yeah, and you can really chalk that one up to great play calling by Coach Reed. Like we said, the offensive guru himself has been incredible ever since he came here from El Dorado, where he won a state championship.
I mean, Coach Reed, just unbelievable. Really unbelievable. The team that he put together last season. Coming into the season, there were a lot of doubts for what the Panthers might be able to do, and wound up being, I believe it was semifinalists in the state tournament, and only lost a few games. Lost to Ruston and lost to Bryant last year, and a few others. But against this Southwest team that was much worse last year, they had a game 41-0, which is something that we brought up earlier in the broadcast.
Here comes Lucas Blaylock looking to kick it off now. But yes, like you said, this Panther team looking very good so far. Record not showing it too much with 2-2, but they're looking a lot better tonight than they have in the past 4 games. The kick is muffed and just completely entrapped by the Panthers. It looks like they might have a strip. We're awaiting the referee's decision. It looked a lot to me like he got the ball out of the hands of number 10, Derek Palmer, before he hit the ground. And, excuse me, I think that may have been the referee pushing and shouting at the Panther player. Just, well, I hate to say it, just not a lot of class from the Zebra here.
Yeah, very interesting. Really just wanted to clean up the situation before it progressed. So pretty reasonable. Kind of like a ref in boxing right there, just throwing the guy off him before the KO. Or before hits after the KO anyways.
Almost looks like MMA, but I'm not quite sure the referee is the referee. He might just be the fighter. It's 1st and 10 now for Chase Forte in the Griffins offense. And he'll give the ball to a new name. That'll be number 3, Logan White. We said his name once before, and we should say it once again off of 12-yard gain. And
that'll be a first down for the Griffins, after a bit of confusion on the last play. But it seems there's a flag.
Blocking the black on the Griffins. Just unfortunate if you're a Griffin. That'll make it 1st and 20 now.
And a costly penalty after picking up the first down on the run.
Now it's a long first down. They won't gain much. That'll be another tackle by the one and only Gunnar Poe.
Gunnar Poe just, man, what a season he's having. What a senior year he's putting together. I mean, it's just rare that you see a big play allowed by Gunnar Poe, as he rarely gets beat, and he's able to come away with deflections on nearly every target that's thrown his way.
And I think it's even more rare to see Gunnar Poe away from a big play on defense. Forte using his legs once again. He won't be able to get away from number 91, Jackson Bates.
And a little bit of speed from Jackson Bates off the defensive line. Turned around, very heads up, and able to make a tackle from behind. And it will be a 3rd and 11 for the Griffins, as it's going to be a tough one for them to pick up here.
Well, the Griffins' offense has shown a little bit of life late in the first half, and not so much now with 3rd and 11. I wouldn't be surprised if they convert here the way they've been playing. And the way they've been playing, they've got about 2 more downs. Here is Forte. And there's another flag. It'll be a false start, presumably, on the Griffins.
And, man, penalties just haunting the Griffins here. You know, just had a first down, and that got called back. Wound up having to make a play on 1st and 20. And here they go, backing up some more. The the Griffins offense sure not making any smiles on the faces of Griffin fans.
And like we said so many times before, 1 step forward, 2 steps back is the story for the Griffins offense here in the second half. They'll get it to Lewis. Lewis with a little bit of life, not too much. It'll be a gain of about 8.
And Lewis, really the Griffins' only player that's been able to catch and run. He's been their guy on nearly every pass, but especially screen plays. They've targeted him every single time. And right there, able to give the Griffins a little bit of hope, but all for naught. But their offense will be staying on the field here late in this game.
Never mind, just a trick punt here. Not a bad one, as it'll place Cabot on the 36-yard line. And they've been switching out the quarterbacks recently, but I'm not ashamed to say I'd like to see Cooper Powell on that field Charlie Powell on that field the way he's been playing tonight. The Panthers have definitely been playing the hot hand at quarterback, and it seems like he's the favorite tonight.
And like you said, I mean, the quarterback issues really sparked from a sophomore in Maddox McCrory, who was playing out of his mind in his first couple games, man. Just unbelievable passes, unbelievable plays we were seeing out of Maddox McCrory, and unfortunately came out of a game with a broken wrist and still recovering. But Charlie Powell, what a game he's having tonight.
Charlie Powell on the option will keep it himself and gain about 1. But yes, like you said before, there's just a big difference of level of play between Maddox McCrory and the other 2 quarterbacks. And a big difference that I've noticed is the reads that they've been making. But Charlie has definitely progressed in that category, and he's been doing so much better. And look at that. When I say it, he'll keep it himself and gain 8.
And that's one thing that we weren't seeing much of from McCrory, not very much with his legs. But Charlie, a player that they almost moved to the slot receiver position early in the season, is definitely one of those guys that can run the football. And that's great to have a dual threat quarterback. And if he's making reads like he has tonight while he's throwing the ball, there's nobody that's going to stop him.
Exactly. We may have found our starter in this game tonight, at least in Charlie Powell. He has a 3rd and 1 opportunity now. There'll be a flag. There'll be a delay of game on the offense. That'll back him up just a bit. Make it 3rd and 6 now for Charlie Powell.
And, man, there's just nothing more that you want to see out of Charlie Powell right there. After not calling for the snap until late, you saw him look to the sideline and pat his chest, signaling that it was his fault. And, man, taking the blame and standing up for himself and his team is just great qualities of a leader. And Charlie Powell here, we have a chance to make a big play out of this one.
He'll use his legs, and he'll find a man. That'll be number 14, Aiden Tatum, on the reception. And it'll be a much-needed Cabot Panther conversion.
And oh, my goodness. The veteran capabilities we're seeing from the first-year starter quarterback. Charlie Powell didn't play any last year. And maybe that's what caused a bit of woes and a bit of lack of confidence in his game. But tonight he's showing that he's been playing his whole entire life.
Charlie hands it off to Vest. Vest barreling through just about everybody involved on the play. He'll gain 4. Excuse me, that'll be 3 on the play. But I was talking to Coach Brown, the head coach of the South Junior High team, was talking about our quarterback troubles and the lack of confidence in Charlie Powell, but he said all they needed was a mobile quarterback, and Charlie Powell really showing that tonight. And speaking of being mobile, Kreiner breaking away from just about everyone. The last man will beat him, and there's a flag.
And, man, the speed and agility from Kreiner to split defenders like nobody's business. We see Charlie hanging back there. Not sure what the flag was for.
They'll call that a block in the back on the offense. However, the gain, is quite a nice one. But like I was saying before, I was talking to Coach Brown, and he said that a mobile quarterback would be the answer to their prayers. And, man, have they been answered tonight in Charlie Powell, who's changed up his game since the first game of the season, where he sat in the pocket a lot, but now he's utilizing his speed and agility a lot more, and we love to see that.
And, man, what's crazy is last year, Abe Owen was the starting quarterback, a lot bigger frame than Powell, and he showed it. And maybe Powell just a little afraid with not as big as a frame as Abe.
And forget a frame, Kreiner barreling through the defense, breaking tackles. Not much of that do you see from Kreiner, who's more of a breakaway speed type of back. But Cooper Powell now back in the backfield. They'll give it to him again, and this running game just can't be stopped.
Man, absurd what we're seeing. And what I've liked to see, or what I've enjoyed seeing tonight from the Panthers and the offensive guru and head coach Reed, is they have adjusted to this defense very well. It seems like as soon as the Griffins start expecting passes, they start running the football, and as soon as they start expecting runs, there's a ball right over the linebackers.
Nice to see the dual threat capabilities tonight. And great awareness from Charlie, who will use his legs now. Stops short of the first down marker. But feeling pressure off the backside, Charlie Powell will tuck it and run. This time it won't work out for him. It'll be 3rd and 1 now for Cabot.
But really, right there, he just did all he could. And here comes the Panther Wildcat formation. And we already saw a touchdown out of this, and we've seen touchdowns every week from the Panthers, and looking for more of that here.
Another counter. And Cooper Powell get into the end zone again. What else do you expect out of that Wildcat formation? You're already backed up onto your heels, back in your own red zone. And then you see that Wildcat formation get pulled out by Cooper Powell and Keegan Vest. It's a daunting sight, and a sight that has yet to be stopped.
Yeah, I mean, last week there was a fumble on one, but other than that, I mean, you're right. That Wildcat formation has yet to be stopped. And I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep going back to Cooper and Keegan in the red zone in that formation. And right there, it was 3rd and 1. And here we go. We've done this twice in a row now. We talk over the kick of Dean Heyer, but I mean, I think that's because we're to the point where we just know it's going through. Dean Heyer just the most accurate the most accurate kicker I've seen since I've attended Cabot High School.
Definitely a special talent we have in Dean Heyer, just a sophomore. And I'm definitely quite convinced that he's the best kicker I've seen in high school football, but the last time I said I was sure that a kicker was going to make it, Cam Little missed his first ever field goal against Mississippi State a couple years ago. So I just decided not to jinx it from now on.
That might be smart, but you do have a fortune teller here in the press box with you, and I would like to say that Dean Heyer will never miss a field goal again. Of course, there will be some tough ones that he will face, but I would rather see that, or excuse me, how do you word that? Excuse me. He is the only person I would want to see the ball coming off of their leg for a field goal attempt.
And here comes the Panther Pride defense now. Here comes Chase Forte now, sending a man in motion. He'll take the snap and hand it off once again to Robinson. Robinson, not much luck now. He'll lose about 1 on the play.
And a bit reminiscent of what we saw earlier on a goal line play from Robinson. Decides to run backwards once more instead of taking the ball upfield. And just, I must say, those running plays to Robinson have not worked very well for the Griffins tonight, and the Panthers have been able to stop nearly all of them.
Robinson definitely with a couple nice runs, but the lead back in that backfield, Luther Tucker, seems to be on the bench right now as he'll look to throw into double coverage, almost intercepted by Gunnar Poe. Just very much overthrown by Chase Forte.
And I think we saw a little bit of communication between John Connor and Gunnar Poe right there to see who was going to go for that ball. But really, I got to choose John Connor. After all, he is a converted wide receiver. Gunnar Poe has been playing defense his whole life. His job is to bat away balls. And John Connor just came away from the position where he has to catch everything.
Forte with another batted away pass. What does that make, the fifth one on the night?
Man, I have lost count. It's been absurd what this Panther defensive line and the two linebackers have been able to take care of.
And the two from the defensive line solely on the back of Aiden Cook. An impressive night tonight. But here's Hayes Cox in a punt return formation after their bit of trickery. He'll move up now. And a punt that is not exactly desired for as a Griffin fan. Be placed on the 45. And seeing a five-star punter on the other side of the ball and having that in your wheelhouse is just not exciting as a Griffins fan. And this will give Cabot, who's already leading 31-12, amazing field position and field possession that they can definitely work with on 1st and 10. Here comes the Panther Pride offense and Charlie Powell.
And yeah, it's definitely not a desired punt for the Griffins. And the Panthers have been the last team you want to see with good field position all night long, putting up 31, like you said, looking to make that 38.
There goes Keegan Vest. Like we said before, if he gets past the D-line, he's getting past just about everybody. That'll be another first down for the Panthers.
And I don't know if there's ever been a time that I've seen Keegan Vest fall backwards, which is just a great point, I believe. I mean, you know, it's just absurd whenever you've got somebody of that size and that capability with the strength of Keegan Vest and the speed of Keegan Vest. I mean, what more could you ask for?
Exactly. It's definitely rough as a Griffin trying to stop Keegan Vest. And it's been rough for just about everybody, especially the Griffins tonight. And not only the Griffins, because if you're a Griffins fan, don't feel bad because it's not only the Griffins, but SEC caliber competition in the Ruston Bearcat defense also struggled to keep Keegan Vest from their own side of the field. So if you're a Griffin fan watching tonight, don't feel too bad as Keegan Vest has just been unstoppable this season.
Yes, and you're right about that. Just nobody can stop him. I mean, there were some humongous players on Ruston's team. Much bigger than Keegan, but I don't know. Maybe it's the willpower? I have no idea what it is. That it might be what he's eating for breakfast, man. It's been just an absurd season for Keegan.
I would like whatever Keegan Vest is eating, as they'll give it to him. Once again, it'll be a gain of 4 for Vest.
Man, the Panthers have had a lot of option plays, and there's one again where instead of handing it to the wide receiver running across for the jet sweep, decided to hand it to Keegan Vest.
And that was a great decision from Powell. Looking like the play was blown up immediately, he gets it to his running back, who gets about 4. Reardon in motion. He'll give it to Vest again. Vest just not going down. The last man will beat him after he had already been dripping for a minute. He'll be spotted on the 8, and it'll be 1st and goal for the Cabot Panthers.
And clearly Cameron Martin did his homework on Vest. As you got to know, if you're going for the body on a tackle, Keegan's just not going down. There's nobody stronger than him. There's nobody that's going to get him down. He's just, you know, you're going to bounce off of him like a bowling pin. And Keegan Vest refusing to go down there, but a great open field tackle by Cameron Martin.
In the 5th week of the season, I hope they did their homework on Keegan. And here he is again, going for the body, is number 86, Dodds. Like you just said, if you go for the body, you're not getting him down yourself. Just a great open field tackle from Martin.
And And we're looking at another Wildcat formation. As you can only imagine, 6 points are coming up on the board after this play.
Here's Cooper Powell. And here's 6 points for the Cabot Panthers. Way to go, fortune teller Hennessy.
And what a night it's been for Cooper Powell, but what a night it's been for Colton Hennessy here in the box, man.
Definitely a good night to be a fortune teller. But it is 37-12 now. Cabot leads. And here we are talking about the quarterback difference. It's just been a different caliber from Charlie Powell tonight. Not much of a chance from Cale Turner to match it. But nevertheless, as Dean Heyer drills the extra point, Charlie Powell has outscored Cale Turner's offense 35-3 tonight.
And, you know, to bring up another factor of our game, we say it every time, Dean Heyer. And I wonder if his leg's getting tired as he has put so many field goals through the uprights. But, you know, doesn't really have to worry about staying warm here in Cabot, Arkansas. There's plenty of heat down on that field. What's crazy is we're almost to October, and the high of today was 92 degrees. Just unbelievable.
Here comes Lucas Blaylock and crew looking to kick it off to the Griffins once again. 2 touchdowns from the Griffins and no conversions from Chase Forte and company. Blaylock with a low kick. Muffed and knocked out of bounds around the 17-yard line. Just not an amazing display of hands from Tucker.
Yeah, that was a good kick by Blaylock to put it in between 2 players. But, man, it's a good thing that we weren't the only ones doing our homework, and it wasn't just Cameron Martin, but Hootens.com, where we get a lot of our stats from and a lot of our, you know, just predictions for the game. Also picked us to win, so they made a very smart decision tonight.
We'll see if that becomes true as Forte finds his man who just will not go down. That's number 13, Kelly Smith. And I'm surprised we haven't seen much of him as he looks like a big body out there taking a host of Panthers to bring him down.
Yeah, I mean, just unbelievable, man. It's just, I don't know how we haven't seen him more tonight, as he clearly can help this offense in many ways.
And then a run that looked like it was stopped at the line of scrimmage, gains about 3. Just a fire lit under the Griffins offense now, late here in the game.
Yeah, maybe so, but this Panther defense, unreal in their abilities.
Forte with pressure looking to throw. He'll throw it away and almost intercepted by Noah Martin, who can't believe he missed that one.
And yes, Noah Martin was falling out of bounds. It would have been a very tough one to make, and who knows if he would have been in inbounds. It's pretty far away from where we are here on the other side of the field. But yes, clearly frustrated, as it'll be about 3rd and 7 facing the Griffins.
Well, Noah Martin is definitely the caliber of athlete that can make that catch. Understandable that he's frustrated. Forte finding his man in Tucker. Tucker met at the first down marker, and with a push, he'll get a yard past it. There is a flag on the play, however.
Yes, the flag came in around the spot of the tackle. Not really sure what this is going to be on.
And that'll be a block in the back on the offense. And they'll replay 3rd down. Just not what you want to see as a Griffin.
Man, a common flag that we've seen all night long. The block in the back has haunted both teams, none more than the Griffins, though, as they had it was a 1st and 10 and much more earlier. And that wound up being called back because of the same penalty, and they wound up going 3 and out.
Forte looking to pass and hit hard by Ross Baxter. That'll be number 13, Kelly Smith, but he almost came down with it. That would have been an incredible catch from Mr. Smith.
Yeah, Ross Baxter, a smaller guy, but able to deliver huge hits. As it's going to be a 4th and 7 facing the Griffins. And really, if they don't pick this one up, if it wasn't out of reach already, it might be now, as this would give the ball to the Panthers deep in Griffin territory.
Forte. Almost intercepted by Noah Martin again. That time very, very clearly frustrated with himself, but he really got up and got there trying to get that interception. What a vertical from Noah Martin.
You see him putting up the 2 fingers. There was 2 of those as he's frustrated, but if you think about it, they get the ball where the line of scrimmage was, and depending on Noah Martin's return, you know, maybe better field position now for the Panthers.
Now I definitely wouldn't put it past Noah Martin to take that one back for 6, as he looks frustrated, but his sideline smiling and laughing, knowing that they're okay with that field position. It'll be another handoff to Gavin Vest. Or excuse me, that'll be number 22, Carter Bing. Nice to see him back on the field, as he's been riddled with injuries ever since I can remember in junior high.
And man, Carter Bing, just great to say his name, and he's still battling injuries as we speak, but just great to see him on the field, man, because he, you know, in junior high, everybody thought he was the top prospect. He was supposed to be one of the best players for the Panthers for the years to come. And unfortunately, like you said, just injuries after injuries, but nice to see him on the field and getting some snaps.
And they'll give it to him again. This time he's wrestled down for a loss of 2. But yeah, Carter being a senior, just absolutely riddled by the injury bug throughout his career. Still looking good out there despite his injuries. And it looked like Carter Bing didn't even have a play sleeve as they try and get that to him out here on 3rd and 8. 7 minutes and about 10 seconds and ticking left in the game. The Panthers lead 38-12. Cale Turner and Carter Bing, some fresh faces in this Panther offense. Maybe a timeout by Coach Reed.
Man, yes, the Panthers bringing in the backups here late in this one tonight, as it's looking very good for the Panthers, and might progress to 2-0 in conference after this one. And what a start that would be, as they're ranked number 6 right now, playing the number 11 team in the Griffins. And you know, I mean, this could improve their ranking pretty well.
Definitely, definitely. If you're only looking at the stats, this is pretty much what you would expect from the number 6 team playing the number 11 in the 7A Central Conference. But if you had eyes on this game, you know they look better than number 6 in the conference, and definitely they look better than 2-2 on the season.
I couldn't agree with you more, Carson.
Turner with pressure. He'll stay strong. Intended for number 11, Jordan Van Gordon. And here is Sam Dubwig and the special teams with 6 minutes, nearly 7 left in the game. A comeback only for his second appearance on the night. Not much need for a punter tonight, but when we do, we like to utilize the 5-star and Sam Dubwig.
Yeah, and you can just imagine where this ball is going to land.
I would say about the 1. Ball is up high, and it hits number 39, Joseph Venable, the 5'9", 150-pound, or excuse me, sorry, the tight end. Just hits him in the head.
And man, an interesting play on a punt that looked guaranteed almost. The Panthers were set up right there on the 1. But man, it's kind of rare that you see something like that.
You just don't see that often. Joseph Venable just not being able to get out of the way, as the Griffins might have something big here, and hit hard by the heavy hitter David Liddell. That'll be number 3, Logan White.
And man, that's not what I'd consider a sophomore hit from David Liddell.
I wouldn't consider Liddell any ordinary sophomore. And wow, just what the Griffins needed has been stripped away by a penalty flag.
And yes, the Griffins will have to restart here.
I'll give it to Robinson. Robinson, a little bit of new life from Robinson here. And what a wonder he can do when he runs forwards, as he'll gain about 12 on the play.
Sorry, we're facing some technical difficulties here in the broadcast booth, but I think we've got it all sorted out.
I'll give Robinson the ball once again. He'll be close, but it'll just depend on where the referees mark him if he gets the first down. And they'll take a big step over that first down marker. It'll be 1st and 10.
And maybe a bit of generosity here, as one ref signaling, no, we're not giving him that. As now I'm not sure about the chains here. It looks like it'll stay. They'll be short. Oh, never mind. There's a bunch of confusion on the field right now.
There's a lot of confusion up here now because of the confusion on the field. It'll be 1st and 10 now for Chase Forte. Forte will give it to Tucker. Tucker, no luck on his run. He'll gain about 1.
You know, after those big plays, you thought maybe the Griffins should have just been playing the second strings, but seemed to be struggling against their defensive line as well. Now the Panthers playing outstanding even late in this game, not backing down, not giving up, and, you know, just not allowing anything, even late with a comfortable lead. Just a great all-around performance it's been for the Panthers.
Forte with a nice-looking pass. Looks like a false start call. Maybe I should be the fortune teller, Colton.
Man, that was the most obvious false start I've ever seen. Okay, but I got it.
Sorry, Forte sending a man in motion. He's got a man over the middle and hit hard by number 42, Logan Jackson.
The Panthers just standing firm, standing their ground. Is this going to be 3rd and about 7 for the Griffins on their side of the 50? As you know, it's going to take a miracle. Miracles are possible, but it's going to take a miracle for the Griffins to come back in this one.
Well, as a Minneapolis fan, I know a little bit about miracles, but I think they're going to need a little bit more than a miracle with 4 minutes left, down by 26. Almost deflected again by Aiden Cook. It'll be a first down instead. First down just isn't going to cut it for this Griffin offense.
It's going to take some very quick touchdowns, but it seems like there's a white flag over on the Griffins side of the sideline, or excuse me, their side of the field, as maybe not really going for the win here, just going to try and, you know, come out of this game on a good note.
Exactly, the Griffins just wanting to throw a couple more points onto the board as Robinson goes down hard. A little bit shaken up, but he'll get help from his teammate. And what leadership from number 13, Kelly Smith, sending him over to the sideline. Robinson just didn't want to go, but Tucker will come in now for him.
And this Panther defense continuing to play well.
Forte looking deep, and he almost had a man in John, or excuse me, but instead it was deflected by John Connor. And Connor will go down.
As that's John Connor shaking up, like you said. But man, what a deflection right there. And I'm telling you, maybe he should have been playing safety his whole life. He probably could have started last year playing the way he is right now.
And with the catching abilities he's shown through the past couple weeks and the awareness, I'm surprised he was never starting as a wide receiver. And it's nice to see him walking off by himself. Presumably just a little bit shaken up now. But on the other side of the field, the Griffins getting ready for a 3rd and 9 with 2 minutes and 44 seconds left.
Thank you for your cooperation. Additional reminder for our awesome student section at the conclusion of tonight's game. All students and patrons are reminded to remain behind the barricades.
The Panthers with a big lead now. The guy coming over the PA signaling that the game is pretty much over, talking about what's going to happen after the game.
Forte finding his man in Logan White. Logan White has been electric in the second half of this game.
You know, he's been the name that we just haven't had or didn't have to say. We were only saying 4, and we brought that up. But, you know, maybe a diamond in the rough right there. But now the Griffins will have to keep marching.
And marching just won't be enough this late in the game. they're going to need a couple long throws and a couple quick touchdowns to get back into this game with 2 minutes and ticking.
You know what's crazy is they're not really having Forte throw the ball far. Oh.
Well, way to go, fortune teller. That'll be incomplete as Forte just airs it out with 1:46 left. And you know what? Even fortune tellers can be wrong, Colton.
I guess so. I mean, the fortune teller was wrong on a 70-yard punt earlier. But, you know, Forte really has a cannon. And we've seen it a few times. Unfortunately, on those deep balls, he has not been able to connect much throughout the night. But if you think about it, maybe if he was on, then and those balls were finding his receivers, this game would look very different.
This time he'll give it to Tucker. Tucker's got the outside, but he won't have the first down as he's pushed out of bounds. It'll make it 4th and 1. But like you said, Chase Forte definitely has the arm to complete those long throws and definitely the eye when he has a wide receiver a step on a defensive back. But unfortunately, there's been a lot of overthrows tonight from Chase Forte. But again, not the worst problem to have in a QB if you can rein that in later in the season. We'll give it to Tucker, and Tucker on a 4th and 2 conversion to just about keep them in this game, mostly for pride. They'll turn it over now.
Man, what's crazy is how this Griffins offense has turned around from last season. And they may have thrown the ball 5 times in the game against the Panthers last year. That was at Southwest. And, you know, just complete change, complete different scheme. And, you know, they've definitely put together a better team for this season. Unfortunately, they're just not as good as the Panthers.
Yeah, we've definitely seen a change of pace and a change of confidence in both quarterbacks on each side of the ball. This time there'll be a penalty marker on Cale Turner and company. That'll back them up about 5.
Cale gets his signal from the sideline. Now, you know, I'm surprised that we haven't seen some passes from Cale so far. You know, I would like to see him show off his nice arm.
He'll keep it himself instead, and he stopped after a gain of 1. It'll be 2nd and 14 for the Panthers.
You know, Cale committed to Oklahoma State University as a pitcher, so we know he's got to have some sort of an arm. And really hasn't aired out very many balls this season. And unfortunately for him, it's not looking like he will have very many opportunities if Charlie Powell keeps playing the way he did. And, I mean, I don't know who would replace Charlie Powell tonight. I mean, he just played out of his mind. It was just an outstanding performance from him.
Cale Turner giving it to Bing tripped up in the backfield. He won't gain any on the play. It'll be 3rd and 14.
You know, we were talking about Carter Bing and his injury bug that he's been dealing with. But also his younger brother Castle, who is a junior this year, has also been bit by the injury bug. As you wonder if it's just genetic. I mean, it's really a sad sight whenever you think of what Carter Bing has been in the past and what he could be. And if he gets everything situated by the end of the season, Carter Bing will be one of the best running backs in the state, and you can mark my words on that.
Well, what words to mark other than the fortune teller, as the game will come to a close on that run. I've been your play-by-play commentator, Carson Cook, and sitting next to me, your color commentator,
Colton Hennessy.
Join us next week as the Panthers go on the road to take on Conway. And don't forget, have a great night, Panther fans.
fans. Next Friday night, your Panthers travel to Conway to face the Wampus Cats with a kickoff at 7 p.m.